Audio's not there yet. All right. Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to Wayward Arcadium, Episode 3, the Valentine's Day special. This is my attempt at a sexy ASMR voice. And we're going to stop right there. So thank you so much for the awesome patience. We can't wait to get into today's episode. That being said, let's do a good old-fashioned introduction to everyone here and a recap, and we'll get right into it. Starting off with
We're in the wrong places.
We are in the wrong places, are we?
No,
Yeah.
I'm totally Aldwin.
I'm Aurora Doyle.
I'm
As you
Greta.
can see by my witch hat, I am clearly Aurora Doyle, the witch with an owl and daddy issues and other issues.
I'm God. I'm the same.
It's,
I can
it's
be
quite
glorious.
all right. It's
Heroes
quite
are
all right.
replaceable. That's why.
Nothing to worry about. If it makes you all feel any better, I'm not actually PJ. I'm his evil doppelganger. Without the
JP.
beard on. Okay, so while that gets worked on, or if it doesn't, whatever, no big deal. We will just have fun and we'll work with what we got. That being said, Aki, please introduce who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hello, I'm Aki. My pronouns are she, her, and I'll be playing Sarnai Eiltishma, pronouns he, they, and they are a fletchling tiefling summoner wizard with issues, but they're rich issues.
The rich
Issues.
Yes.
Those pronouns, I don't remember if I heard them or not. And that's honestly just me being ADHD and forgetting. Do we get the pronouns?
My pronouns are she, her. Sarnai's pronouns are he, they.
Awesome. All right. That being said, next up we have Dusty. Dusty, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Yeah, hi, I'm Dusty. I use he, they pronouns, and I'm going to be playing Aldwin Sanchez, who also uses he, they pronouns. Halfling Gonzi Magus, who loves cooking, is not good at cooking magical food yet, but that may work out in their favor. Maybe.
All right. We'll see what happens. Next up, Aubrey. Please, Aubrey, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hello, I am Aubrey, and my pronouns are she, her, and tonight I'm playing Aurora Doyle, our soft girl witch with the murderous owl, whose pronouns are also she, her.
Awesome.
A queen.
All right, very cool. Next up, Makai. Makai, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hello, friends. I am Makai, your lovely friend on the internet, and I will be playing your friend in the fantasy realm of Wayward Arcadium, Greta D. Stonebasin, lovely little they she who is just here to do a good job and be the best that they can for their friends. But yeah, I'm ready to roll.
Okay. Last and certainly not least, this time I remembered that I'm going to go next. No, Fee, please. Because last time I totally forgot. So I was making a joke at my own expense. But Fee, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
I am the singer of Baby Dragon. Hello, my name is Fee. I feel like that describes me. I feel like I don't need to go into detail about who I play or who I am. Y'all already know. No, just kidding. My name is Fee. My pronouns are they, them, and I play Hiro Kitsugame, who is a kitsune, and he's basically a 99-cent dollar store fuckboy. So today on this special will probably be the only time he will be thriving in any kind of shape or form. This is his day, and yeah. Otherwise, we will just ignore. He lives in a trash can. Anyways, please stop me from rambling, PJ.
Okay.
Didn't you help me kill a bear?
Not a
Thank
problem.
you.
All right, everyone. Well, I guess that just leaves me. My name is PJ McGaw. I am the GM for Wayward Arcadium and Nat 20 Productions. My pronouns are he, and I'll be playing everyone and everything in between. And with that, a quick recap of last week's episode. episode 2, during which they had a fight with a demon in the middle of the night after breaking into the office to learn more about the new Hell Knight teachers. Well, what they believe to be the Hell Knight teachers, teachers on loan from Cheliax. After that night, they all went back to their dorms, except for Aldwin, who got lost and got into a fight with the school bully, a young half-elf boy by the name of Melee. And sure enough, the fight was a melee. Aldwin won. And with that, the next day occurred. They go about trying to solve the mystery of why is there this demon on campus. And that was kind of the energy of the day. And with that, the day was ended. Meeting some new teachers here and there, including a kobold professor. But aside from that, no new answers yet as to what could be the reason why these demons are being summoned. But with that, we start off episode 3. And if the TD could play the kind of break song / morning announcement song, I will open up with Cooney Marmer's morning announcements. I'm looking at the chat right now, and everyone's talking about me without a beard. I know, it's rough. Trust me, and I wanted to come back too.
Can we address it though? Like, where
we
did
allowed to
I've
talk
been
about it?
roasting. I've been roasting PJ since we've been like waiting in chat. I've said that PJ looks like a whole other white boy. PJ looks like that he only eats 1 egg a day. PJ looks like
Right.
that he wears
No,
like
no, but I'm
only
asking-
polo
but
shirts.
I'm asking where it went. Like, is it on vacation? Did it like, where did it go? Because it's quite significant, right? So like, you would have surely noticed it disappearing. So it must have been a conscious decision. So I'm asking you why you made that conscious decision.
Is it like a Venom Eddie Brock sort of situation where like it just sort of lives with you, or
Yeah, like, does it, speak to you when it's not there? Like,
Venom never made Eddie shave. How very dare you?
I will say, when I shaved it off, I shaved it like I was shearing a sheep. So like there was an entire like chunk of beard coming off in one whole piece.
But
It was
PJ,
That's
who
actually
made you
kind of
do
hot.
it?
It's actually kind of
what
hot.
made me do it. I had a photo shoot and I had to have no beard on. It was a mistake.
Oh no.
I don't know who your art director is for that shoot, but I don't think they made the right
I'm
decision
gonna
on
fight
that
them. I'm
one.
gonna fight them.
I feel
I'm
like
not
there's-
actually gonna fight them. Wait, this is being recorded.
Well, that's okay. Okay, so looks like the music will not be happening for the morning announcements. No big deal. I will still go ahead with Cooney Marmer doing the morning announcements. Starting off. Good morning, you absolute legends, you, and welcome to another day at the Arcana Miriam, you absolute heroes. I hope you attack the day like you attack the dragons, full on to the face. Ow! That being said, I have a few special announcements for today's special school day. This just in, the host club is having a special event for all those loving lovers and brand new first timers. If you want to have a special date, go to the host club tonight. Your first time or your 100th time with your partner is free. They say they have a special portal opening up to get some energies from the Fae to make this a lover's day to remember. Speaking of which, if you want to help, please go on down to the host club and sign up for volunteering. They're offering extra credits right now. Last morning announcement, and then I'll let you all get on your adventurous day. The the math class has decided to call themselves the Math Magicians, and they're looking for more students. Please, if you want to learn about math, 1 + 1, 2 + 2 equals you and me, and hey, maybe your friends too. Please go on down to the math class. The Math Magicians are looking for you to solve their long denominator. I don't know what that means, but okay, that being said, you all have special, awesome, legendary days. Okay, my bros? Are you picking up the books or are you eating it? Because you're looking absolutely legendary. And remember, we're all a part of this community. COMMU. And how do we do that? With you and it. Why? Because that's what legends are made of. We're all of us working together, you and I and it. Have a great day and enjoy your special romantic evening. Cooney Marmer, out! And with that, the music that would be playing in the quad slowly fades and dies, and Cooney Marmer's loud and excited voice slowly dies with it.
So this man
Is the
keeps
greatest thing
keeps
ever given.
no.
Oh,
He
yeah, you're
keeps
right.
saying words that I individually understand, but as soon as he puts them together in a sentence, I
Yeah,
just
what's a math magician? That's not real, right?
No, I truly believe some people deserve to be bullied, and it was everyone mentioned in that entire announcement. Truthfully, they were not bullied enough. It has not shaped them into anything yet.
no, I think he too had it too easy in life, and clearly it is up to us to change it. Maybe not right now, but if we want to, I don't know, like nobody is going to jump in and help me out with the end of that
Oh,
sentence.
I
Okay,
was
cool.
very,
I
I
was
was
seeing
very
where you were
interested.
No,
going.
it's fine.
I was very
I
interested.
don't want to incriminate myself. No, it's fine. You know what? Let him live his blissful life with saying words that I don't understand.
I mean, if you don't
That's-
understand the words, I could just buy you a thesaurus.
I mean,
Who's
that
that?
might work. But
Gesundheit? What did you say? Is that something you can eat, kill?
I mean, technically you can eat it. It
thesaurus.
doesn't taste very good.
Alden's
yeah.
gonna look through the recipe book for a thesaurus.
But I mean,
Nope, can't eat it.
there's
Damn.
like
My interest in it's like sank like immensely.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
but this is also like the host club that they were saying.
We have a
Yeah,
host club.
Yes,
I mean-
but given our you know, our history with helping out people in that particular club, maybe we should like, you know,
Have we?
like
I
my
don't-
shoulder still is like, you know, like
Well,
don't do
well,
it.
I
That was
mean,
the
that was fan
club.
fiction club.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's just
one
as
of them
no,
makes
no,
fan
no.
fictions
Just
come
as
true, and the other one is
yes, just as ludicrous.
Wait, don't you
if
work at the
anything-
host club?
Me?
Oh.
No, I actually never signed up.
No. I mean, today's a good day to sign up.
Extra credit? That means you don't
Extra
have to go to
credit.
other classes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know that extra, you know, like I don't know, sounds like a lot of work when I can just, you know, chill in the courtyard and watch pretty people pass by and romanticize our lives together for the 10 seconds that they dare to stare at me.
I was
Yeah,
just
that's
gonna
what you do at
ask
the
who
host
wanted
club.
to be my friend date to it, simply because I don't have an actual date. But you know, face stuff sounds cool.
Sounds dangerous, to be 100% honest.
But
Dangerous.
Most things at this school are
Yeah,
dangerous.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
if you
that's why I
remember
went
us
here.
almost dying, but yeah, I would highly agree with that.
It's
But
a
yeah,
good-
do we have classes today? BJ?
Yes, you still have classes today. You have, of course, the I guess you could say primary curriculum, which consists of the mandatory fighting instruction, of course, the necromancy class with Professor Morrow, and the divination class with the suspiciously absent Tirilo. Each of you, of course, have your unique class and/or club that you can participate in for credits. So the question is, which one do you want to go to?
Wait,
What's
if
the
I-
one
if
shared
I
class you want to go
do-
to?
if we go to necromancy and Mr. Worldwide is dead, can we like
But
could I
We haven't been to
try?
combat class yet.
This is
That's
Yeah,
yeah,
but
that's
like
fine,
we
though.
also survived a demon, so I think we're pretty good on fighting. But
And what
about
if it
my
happens again?
about my Mr. Worldwide agenda that I will relentlessly pursue
you know, I
throughout
heard
the stream.
one of the teachers for combat was mentioned as Mr. Worldwide. Quite
And
quite
Hero just
round
hoofed
with
it.
oh, okay. Okay. I guess we're going to combat.
Well,
Mhm.
that surprisingly worked. I was about to entice him with short shorts.
I was
Well,
there's
that will
those
work on me,
two.
I will say that.
Short shorts always work.
No, but really, I thought they were called Mr. Worldwide. At least that's what I saw in the announcements. Though it was kind of scribbled.
All right, so
Dolly?
The teacher added it in himself. He was just like, nah, man, professor isn't good enough. And he just like scribbled like Mr.
Professor.
Worldwide.
You know what? No, I'm sorry, Professor Worldwide.
Professor World. Get
Professor
it right,
Worldwide.
Professor Worldwide. They did not go to Worldwide Academy to be called Mister. That being said,
If they went to medical school, are they doctor? Doctor Worldwide?
Homie
yes,
worldwide.
Technically, medicine is universal.
This is true. This
Makai,
is
what
true.
were you saying?
Before we all book it off to class, I do run up next to Aurora. I heard you earlier. If you're not doing anything, I'd also don't have a date, and we're friends, so I
We're
figured
friends, yes.
you and I, we fit that criteria of a friend date.
Friends. Yes.
That, yeah. All right. Yes.
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 Yeah,
all right,
sure.
Cool. Yeah. Dope. I like that.
I start taking notes quietly, suspiciously, off on the side, like, all right.
Hey, Mr. Broody, you're gonna be my date. Just saying. All right, cool. Let's fight.
With me.
Who else is brooding in a corner?
That
is a
this is
that
a
is
college.
That is a suspiciously you thing to do.
This is a college. Everyone is brooding in some way, shape, or form. You telling me you don't have some sort of parental
Internal.
issues?
Yeah. Didn't you
No.
spend all of last week brooding because you got slashed over the shoulder?
That wasn't brooding. That was mourning in my traumatic experience. I can't believe you're bringing that up right before we have to fight.
I'm gonna
I
pat.
need to
I'm gonna
face-
pat Hero's head and be like, oh, there,
I will
Thank
give
there.
Hero
We're
a
all just
I
gonna
pancake.
always
close in
feel
for
so
a
much
hug.
better when a little lower and like just a little lower. That would be
Okay,
great.
so
Like,
anyway, we're gonna go to doing that. That's just a hard pass. Okay,
Fight class.
fight class. So
Fight club.
as you're walking to fight class, having this, I guess you could say, ironically, for flirtatious conversation.
This is a one-sided eroticism. I'm so glad I made Sarnai wear gloves.
oh,
Like,
oh, you
There it
wearing
is.
gloves?
Okay, there it is.
Oh,
So you get
oh
there.
my.
You see your two fight instructor your two fight instruction teachers. One is a half orc who is wearing the kind of like red 1970s like short shorts with like the two white stripes. He's got like the socks up to the calf.
I found Mr.
Like,
Worldwide.
he's wearing cleats. He's got like a polo shirt with like a whistle hanging around his neck, and he's got a baseball cap on. You can see his half-orc tusks are just kind of protruding from his lower lip with great disappointment as he folds his arms. Next to him, you see his assistant, about a medium-sized, almost small-sized Gripply, whose hands are wrapped with kind of a rough rope, all up the forearms and interlocking with their webbed-like fingers. You see them wearing kind of like black sunglasses, and they definitely look like they've seen a lot of scraps. And they introduce themselves as Khymer Monzok, your half-orc teacher, and their assistant, Rizak Pimpleback. And they start the class by having Khymer Monzak just look around and goes, all right, I'll tell you what. I see a lack of discipline in my classroom. And if we are going to be fighting dragons, we will require discipline.
Dragons?
So we are going to work on teamwork and discipline. And he throws his hat on the ground. Rizek Pimpleback just goes, yeah, and we want to make sure, okay, if you're going to be working as a team, that we are going to make sure that it's balanced, that all of you who suck, and some of you I've seen you suck, we're going to make sure that you are working with people who maybe don't suck so much, so you can learn by osmosis. Okay.
I'm sorry, but all this talking of sucking is quite confusing for
no, why is it confused? Please. Oh my god, no, commit. I would like to commit something, a crime. My fucking
Would like to
ears.
commit
Oh
the
my.
suck?
I mean, if you want
No, I don't want to commit the suck. I want to commit the slime.
I don't think that's quite part of combat.
Is it not? I heard a lot of scratching and biting can be involved, but don't want to be too
What are you
presumptuous.
fighting? Cats?
Yeah.
Have
The
you?
dragons.
Dragons
don't
Yeah,
suck.
you
They
said
don't
something
blow.
about dragons.
They blow
Yeah.
fire.
I'm
That's
sorry.
sucking.
Are
They
you
don't suck out the
all
fire.
are you all collectively telling me that you are virgins?
No.
Oh.
Then you should
What
know
does that
what
have to
I'm
do with
talking
fighting
about.
class?
Anyways, yes, fighting
We are in class.
with the swoosh swoosh and the pow pow. I'm here. I'm present. I'm totally not thinking about anything else.
So Coach Keimer walks around with their clipboard and their pencil, and they look up and down. They go, "All right, so what we're going to do here is make sure that you all work together, and so you don't lose your goddamn discipline." Now, I want to know which one of y'all feels comfortable working together at the gate. We'll see if you can actually participate.
I want to work with Brooding Boy over there.
All right. Hold on. Gotta look at my sheet here.
And Hero does.
Sarnai.
Wait. I need to complete the picture, and and Hero like shoots his finger guns. The bisexual finger guns.
Beautiful.
And then he like pockets his hands again. I just needed that visual needs to be added to all of this. It makes it so much better.
All right. So Coach Keimer looks over their sheet and they say, "Hurrah, Sarnia.
Sir, it's Sarnai.
Sarnai. All right, hold on."
Yes.
And like you see, them, like writing note, like it's Sarnai. Okay.
His friends call him Nene.
Do you
No,
feel
we do not.
comfortable working with the Hyro Fox boy?
Hero.
Hero is a hero.
Oh no.
It looks like we're having some bit of another technical difficulty here. TD, I think we're back.
We're back.
There we go. We're back.
And we're good.
There we go. Awesome. Thank you so much, TD. All right. So, so they continue to ask, like, do you feel like you're okay working with Hyro Foxboy?
Sir, it's Hero.
Hero. Oh, right.
I mean, if you want to give me an A, I don't really care what you call me.
I'm gonna ignore that entire sentence.
It was a proposition.
I think that's why he's ignoring it.
Yeah.
Probably.
I don't think
Oh,
propositioning
God.
teachers is a good idea.
I was just
Not
propositioning
this
an
early
A
on.
versus pronouncing my name wrong. What are you guys thinking about?
Yes, Aurora.
Wait,
what are you
no,
thinking about?
time out.
Yeah. What are
You do not
What are
get
you
to
thinking
accuse
about?
us of thinking dirty after
Ooh,
accusing us
dirty.
of not thinking dirty.
Dirty.
I will fight you, Hero. I will fight you right here and right fucking now. Do you
Oh,
fucking
I mean, we are in the
understand?
fighting
it.
class.
We are in the fighting
Do it.
class.
Oh yes, please.
I think we
Aki.
have a first challenge.
Yeah, 1 second. Aki?
This is Sarnai actually
Sarnai,
raising
sorry.
his hand. So
With the
All right.
gloves.
He goes,
Yes,
he goes, he looks at his sheet. Sarnai. Yeah. What?
yes, I believe I came here to learn, and this is not a learning environment. These dreadful students are making such heinous, vulgar tomfoolery around here, and I would like to work with the Hierophant, as long as the you make the other students stop looking at us with such vulgarity in their eyes.
You are saying so many big words, buddy. Wow.
Hey, you get an A. This is how you get an A.
In
So-
Dracon,
Yeah, no, we're gonna say Makai.
in Draconic, I look at you and I say, I will piss in your boots.
To translate
Go
it,
shit
can
in
you-
your grave is what I say in Draconic.
Wait. To translate for Sarnai, he says that he may pitheth in your booteth come night falleth when the raven croaks midnighteth.
Do we
Come the Raven croak at midnight. Oh, this makes so much more sense. Within a fortnight, I shall duel you with a silver dollar.
Will you be flossing in the fortnight?
Going home.
All right, so interjecting, because you can see Coach Keimer is watching all this conversation, and their face just starts getting beet red to the point where you can almost hear like that old cartoony like steam whistle, as like ears, their ears would be shooting smoke at this point. And he just goes, first of all, I cannot censor or contain the way someone's looking at you with their eyeballs. Number one. Number two, we need to get this show on the road right now. So I will put you, you know what? I'm just gonna put you and all your 5 friends together. Congratulations.
Oh my
You're
god,
pissing me
guys,
off. You're working together.
guys, we did it. We're a polyamorous couple. I can't believe this. I'm so happy. I
Timer just-
prepared a speech. I prepared everything. Wait, where is it? Where is it?
I mean, I can make
wanna-
dinner later if that's what we're going for.
I want to thank my parents for not fucking me up. Oh, I want to thank my sister for being a bitch. I want to thank, oh God, there's so many people. I want to thank our teacher for accepting, oh God,
Oh my
for
god.
allowing us.
I'm just gonna stop Hero from talking, hand over mouth, like that,
Mhm.
knowing that this is something that he's probably into, but it is a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
And he will thank you later for that sacrifice.
I don't
think-
know why I thought the Valentine's Day episode was going to be less chaotic than usual. I was like,
I
oh, we're just
don't-
gonna have some
I
fun,
have-
maybe flirt a little.
No.
Horny
No,
meter turned up to 11.
Why did you think that,
But
PJ? You have
I'll
a
give it this.
fuckboy on your team. You have me on your team. How did you ever think that I would not take every opportunity I will get?
This is what I get. Oh, we're gonna say Makai?
I'll give it this. Hero called us a throuple, and literally nobody backed out of it. So
Yeah.
sorry, y'all.
No, I
I'm
did.
not
I
hearing
did.
it
I
now.
said polyamorous couple. So like, yes, I feel like all 5 of us are like now included in Hero's
polycule.
headspace.
What is
Yes.
it? How many
In
of us?
Hero's
5 of
head, we're
us?
like
Quatrain?
we all like merge
Although-
together as one.
Random point, and then we'll move on because we really need
Yes.
to. But like, is every adventuring party just like a polycule out to stop evil? Or
Yes.
to
Oh, absolutely,
combat
yeah.
more evil?
Unless there is like a dedicated child and a dedicated mom or dad like friend, yeah, I would
Mhm.
assume every adventuring party is pretty much a polycule majority of the time.
Wait, actually, I
say
want to
about
ask
75% of
chat
the
in
time.
general. I don't have chat in front of me, but I'm sure some of you guys will relay me the message. But I kind of want to ask chat who they think who they would assign like each character to be like the mom friend or like the drunk uncle friend. I don't know, but like leave it in the chat. I'm just like
Hero's the
curious.
creepy uncle.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's me. Duh.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
Hero. Absolutely. I'm not talking about myself. Like Hero knows, but I'm talking about
Hero knows his
everybody
brand,
else.
it's
Like who's like, the mom friend or like, I don't know, the one most likely to get lost at like a fair. Like I just want to know who they think who is. Anyways, continue, PJ. I didn't want to like derail.
No, that's fine. I'm actually kind of curious what you all think about it too. So if you want to put it in the Discord, either Goblets and Gays or in Nat 20 on the Wayward Arcadium channel, or just put it in this chat.
Yeah,
I think it'd be fun to
we'll
talk
look at it.
about.
We'll be watching.
Absolutely.
Nice.
We'll be
There you go,
watching.
dude.
So without any further ado, Rizback Rizik Pimpleback is basically getting the other group of people together, and they take it to the opposite ends of the gymnasium, and in the center there is a treasure chest, and Coach Keimer says, "All right, this is today's exercise. You two are going to try and take that treasure chest and get the treasure out of that treasure chest before the other team does as well. This will be violent, so I want to see some gods damn teamwork, teamwork from you all. So
Okay.
please,
Uh-huh.
for your own safety, I want
I
to get some
mean-
discipline, get your eyes in the game, and get some hustle 120%.
I need to say
All right.
this, and I'm so sorry, but like teamwork makes the dream work. And you know what my
This is
dream
true.
is. Hey, okay, that's it. Anyways, let's get this treasure, guys.
No, don't know what you know what? Talk about your dreams later. Let's do this.
Later. Yeah. Okay.
So
Very
I
very
love how-
adamant on
how-
the violence.
Sorry, I love how Greta and like Hero are also like overly enthusiastic, and everybody else is like, yeah, I guess. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this treasure? And like, I can just picture it perfectly of like these two chaotic like people just like
Well, we've already
storming.
fought together.
Mm.
Oh,
We've
you
already
did
fought together.
which F word?
Fought.
Fought.
Oh,
Fought.
okay. Thank you,
Fought.
thank you,
Yeah,
thank
there
you.
was- there was a lot of
We
chatter. I was like,
we
what
already
was that?
thought it together, so we might
Yeah.
as well fight together.
This is
Okay,
true.
so
Uh-huh.
setting this scene really fast. They put the treasure chest in the middle of the gymnasium. They have two teams. You on one side, and on the opposite side, you see some of your fellow classmates. Makai, you recognize Lannis Carnald with his spear and shield. He seems to be kind of leading the formation. Next to him, Aki, you recognize a Chilaxian young male with a very pale complexion, like, purple lips, almost like he's like pallid, almost like he's not even, alive, and like long black hair that he has kind of put up in a man bun for this excursion. He is wearing very ornate armor, and he's carrying a giant greatsword kind of propped on his shoulder, and he's using a noble stance that you've known from your time in education. He's looking at you very derisively. You happen to see the girl who I can best describe as a hot topic, kind of ballerina vampire princess, whatever. She has like her hair in pigtails. You can see there's like a grayness kind of coming from the hair, like an early gray going through it. She's wearing a black and purple stripe kind of corset with the straps of a let's just say tunic, and then like this kind of big frilly black tutu and the high knee like stomper boots. She pulls out these 2 chakrams and she just starts swinging them on her fingers. Last but not least, you see what appears to be a robot with a lance.
I'm sorry, what?
So
A robot with a lance.
Okay, that's what I thought you said.
I just want to point out that I feel like highly unprepared to fight all of those people. Just putting that out there, just because like besides Mr. Broody Boy over there, I feel like all of us do not look that menacing. Clearly, we didn't get the dress code because all of them look like they just crawled out of a dungeon, while we look like I don't know, Party City's version of like the troopers. Like, so how about I sing us a little song? He pulls out his ukulele.
Alderman is like at this point just like twirling their staff in their hands, like, well, I mean, speak for yourself. If you want, I could try getting a head start. I'm pretty good at that. Can you throw me?
You do look like you have tiny but mighty legs.
Oh yes,
And
yes. You've not seen them.
Yes, Aki.
They're pretty strong.
Can I vibe check the the Chalaxian noble? Specifically, I have heraldry lore as my time being rich. So like I was yeah, that's what
yeah, go ahead. You can give me either a society check or the heraldry check. Either way, you can absolutely vibe check this young man.
Let's use this dice. That is a 16.
16. Okay. So you're not too sure about this young man, but you can definitely tell from his crest on his armor that he is from the Wilmanax family. You do vaguely remember that the Wilmanaxes were definitely good old-fashioned standard gentry. They had money, they had power, and a lot of their family tended to kind of be tithed to the military. Obviously being treated better than most in the community, but they don't like have anything special more than any other family.
PJ, I would like to vibe check the robot by throwing a pebble at it.
Give me an intimidation check.
That's fine. Yeah, sure.
What am I sending you? What am I checking?
I want you to roll an intimidation check as you throw a rock at the robot with a
Not
lance
pebble.
to vibe check.
Not
Not throw a
yet.
pebble.
Not
you're throwing a rock.
no. I also wait one sec. Where are my stats? Watch me not be. Wait, intimidation.
Yeah, you should be good at that.
Oh, you don't know me.
You're a bard.
My life, what I've been through.
You're right. I don't.
At what point do we need to roll initiative?
No, wait. I'm looking for intimidation, and I can't. Where is it?
Skills.
Oh yeah, I'm.
Throw the owl.
Does it have to be intimidation?
To be performance.
Yeah, can it be like performance or I don't know, stealth?
What kind of bard are you actually?
I'm gonna say intimidation just because you are aggressing it with a rock from very far
No,
away.
But it's
wait, no. What kind of bard are you? Because if depending on the type of your muse, you can use performance for this.
Oh, that's fair too. Yeah.
Well, what kind of what am
What
I?
is your muse? What is your muse?
That is yes. And I remember telling you that, and then I forgot, and I didn't write it down anywhere. Oh, polymath. There we go.
Polymath. Polymath has versatile performance. Versatile performance does let you use, but I don't know on exactly what. You can use your proficiency rank in performance to meet the requirements of skill feats that require a particular rank in deception, diplomacy, or intimidation. So you can use performance to demoralize instead of intimidation because you're versatile. Do not bother me. I'm a bard for like so long.
God,
Let's
I'm gonna
go.
fucking.
I love you, Aki.
I don't want to like back. I really don't want to backseat drive you because you're a
No,
bard and
please
I want
do.
you to do your own thing. But at the
No,
same time, I'm
Patrick.
like, just in case, because you're like a Pathfinder baby,
I
and I'm a
am.
Pathfinder 1-year-old, therefore making you old.
And there's
So-
a pecking order.
I'm
So,
a
yeah.
Pathfinder toddler.
I'm gonna roll for performance. Just letting PJ know that I indeed am using performance because Aki said so, and not
Aki
intimidation.
rolling.
And well, PJ or JP, evil twin of PJ. I will say that
Anti-BJ.
I had a glorious roll of 27.
Okay, so with that critical success, you do this fast little dance and jive, whatever it is that you're doing to perform, and then throw the rock at the robot. The robot.
The angry greaser thing, just a.
So
We
Yeah.
just all turn into West Side Story.
Exactly.
I feel
Yes.
pretty. Oh, so pretty. I feel
Pebble from the
pretty and
background.
pretty
I'm
and
sorry.
gay.
Did you say? All right. Yeah. No.
so,
Sure.
so you throw the rock at the robot, right? You hear a loud metallic whang, and the robot turns drastically, and you hear this voice go, "Who just attacked Joustor? Who attacked Joustor? Robot of the joust. I shall joust you. Who did this to Joustor?" And you see them just looking around with this massive lance tucked under their arm. I should say the description, they are a robot, but they look like a fantasy, like the most beautifully anime robot you've ever seen. Beautiful gold and purple filigree and ancient arcane symbols. But it's a robot, and they're sitting here like scanning for a rock.
I think it was the person to your left.
Hero taps Greta and is just like, yo, tell me if I'm weird or actually don't, but like I
You
want
kind of want
one.
the robot to choke you? Oh.
No, what?
Oh.
No.
Oh.
What?
What?
Wait, what?
What?
What's
What
going
did
on?
you say?
What? Wait, repeat. What was that? No, I said I want one. Wait, go back to the choking.
Is it starting?
No, I also. Anyway.
Anyway,
initiative.
back in
maybe.
the distance. So what we're gonna do is instead of rolling an initiative and doing this like a traditional fight, because that will take quite a while, we are going to do this in a more streamlined version of the rules. Your entire turn, and you get to be as big with that turn as you want. Obviously, don't do like 5, 10, 20 things. If you're like, I want to do a backflip and cut something from the ceiling and land on someone, give me one big action, one big roll that determines the course of that turn. For that, we will roll initiative so that we actually figure out whose turn is when. And in between your turns, one of the other team will go. These are all streamlined rules. They're going to be a little weird, but trust me, when you get the first round, pick it up. So that being said, everyone, please give me an initiative roll. Just using perception.
Do I have enough time to cast less?
Yes, with all the shenanigans that happen, I'll give you a time to cast plus.
Liddy makes
Um, I have a 17. I will just go quickly to the bathroom, but I wanted to let you guys know before I
Of
leave.
course, don't turn off the camera.
I got a 24.
Perfect.
So what was that again?
24.
17 for me.
4 and 17 for the guy.
Yes. For my bless, and I'm totally not just wasting time while Fee's gone, but for my bless, I'm gonna go around. All right, so Aurora, this isn't my accent, but we're gonna go with it for now. Aurora, that spooky girl over there, she, the lighter armor is telling me something that she's probably gonna be more magic based. I feel like that'd be a good, square off for you. Saturday night, Joustor, I feel like even with his reach, you and our lovely lady here could really do some damage against that. As for me, Spear Boy over there. Lani, I know him pretty well. I feel I can get a good lick on him. But Aldwin, stay close because we might have to switch up every now and then. Keep them on their toes because as much as I know him, he knows me.
Oh, good to know, good to know, good to know.
Wait, you never Chilaxian?
Galaxian, I think Hero might have his number. Might be a bit more of a might be a bit more of a risky thing, but he has all of us to surround him and support him, so
Good luck, I hope not. Also, I got a 13 for my initiative.
ooh, yeah.
And I got a 14.
Or just the whole time preparing for this, just being like, okay, psych yourself up.
Who needs Capri Suns? Who needs Capri Suns?
Yeah, I'll take one.
Does it come with a bendy straw?
Oh, absolutely. I have just a
definitely.
small bag full of bendy straws, so
Got the good stuff.
yeah. Atlantic Heater is the flavors I got. Non-TN.
What does that even mean?
What does
I
the
don't know, it's
Atlantic taste like?
These
I don't
things
know.
have
It's the name of
flavors.
the brand. I don't know what
Is it
Atlantic
blue?
means.
Does it taste blue?
I think it's more of like a blurple taste.
Oh, I love blurple taste.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
What the fuck is a blurple?
Well, it's kind of like Octarine, but like a bit more pungent.
just Alden hands them Capri Sun, the Atlantic Heater flavor, so they can understand what blurple tastes like.
Also, I want to give you a hero point for taking Pacific Cooler and then giving us the inverse of that. You get a hero point.
I'll take it.
Y'all
love
had
that
your
too.
Capri Suns, but like over here in Canada, we had the Kool-Aid. So.
I mean, we got
We have
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid too.
Yeah, I know. I had
What
a
is-
feeling you did,
what
but
is
you,
this Kool-Aid?
but I've never seen a Capri Sun over here. Is what I'm trying to say.
Listen out.
Yeah, I only know about Capri Suns through osmosis of hanging with y'all American asses.
Hi, I'm back.
Hello.
Quick
back.
question. I'm not sure how much I missed, but could I potentially wait? Just catch me up where we are before I like
yeah.
say my
Oh,
plan.
Nothing's
rolled
happened yet.
Nothing?
Kind of just
Yeah.
get the initiative.
You got a
down.
Capri Sun.
Okay.
Oh, and you're blessed.
Aldwin. Oh, nice. Aldwin.
Yes.
If we throw you like a grappling hook onto the treasure, and then you scribble around and do what you do best with your tiny little fingers, do you think that could work? And then we can just like pull you back in, like a little like hook and run.
Okay, just because I'm like 3.5 feet tall, I was gonna have tiny fingers. Also, I mean, yeah, I just go up there and just cause like the worst distraction ever, and just because remember, I
had an idea for a distraction.
I like your distractions better.
Is it
Are you
by
throwing the
being
owl?
beautiful? Because you're already doing that.
No, it's magic.
Hero, what is up with you today? You are off the shit. We'll get to that later.
That being said, with the initiative starting now, it does start with Aurora. You all will be the first to act for your team.
Are they all within, say, 30 feet of each other?
Of each other?
Yeah.
100%. They have a very tight formation.
Delicious.
I have a spell called Concordant Choir. And I can do that as a 3-action, 30-foot emanation. Just
Oh my
drop it
God.
right on them.
All right.
Delicious.
Just, is there a save involved? in that?
It is a basic fortitude save. Or it's just like, I just said magic, and then boom.
Okay, so for the roll, it was a total of 12.
Well, that is
6 on the die
definitely
face.
a failure.
Oh, yike.
So it's so it is 2d4 damage. It's not a lot, but it is to everyone.
Very nice. I like this.
And that is 2d4, so that is 8 sonic damage to all of them.
Jeez.
Oof.
Yeah. Is there any other penalty, negative effect, or does it just drop a good solid 8 damage to everyone?
It just drops a good solid 8 damage, and that's my entire turn.
So you drop this big AOE and you can see the air ripple in mid-space, like almost like when you throw something in a pond, the water ripples, or when it's so hot, you can see the air steaming off of it, right? That kind of ripple effect happens in reality, and you see them all like grabbing their chest or their guts. You see just Joustor in the back of the lance going, Joustor feels uncomfortable. And with that, they seem a little reluctant to jump off the back, but Lannis will break the line as you just kind of see him shake, spit some blood out of his mouth, and he just starts running for the treasure chest. His goal, as you can see, and you would know this, Makai, from being one of his buddies, he is going to create a front line on that treasure chest. He's going to make a quick athletics check to run over and protect it with his shield and spear. That's cocked. Let's try it again. Okay. He definitely makes it. He runs up, gets to the treasure chest, bends the knee just right to the ground, and slams his shield down and pikes the spear up. So he kind of makes like a horse barricade kind of situation. And then he shouts, "Behind me, we got this."
I wouldn't be able to use shield block to run up and meet him.
No, unfortunately, that's only when someone comes into you or 5 square adjacent space.
Dang.
That being said, it is now Fee, what is your dexterity modifier?
Mm-hmm.
And while you're thinking about that, Makai, what's your dexterity modifier? We have a tie.
See, I'm always afraid to tell you these things, PJ.
My dexterity mod is 12.
Okay, so your total is 12. Perfect. So it's okay. Yeah, whatever you. No judgment.
Yeah,
Is it higher than 12?
Yes.
All right, then yeah, congratulations.
It's 18.
Oh yeah. Okay, you're going before Makai. No big deal. So you see Lannis Coronal run, create a front line over the treasure chest, basically blocking you from the objective. He just has to have his buddies come in, and he can basically get the objective in the first round done. What are you going to do to stop this?
What is he doing?
Oh, he's basically creating a front line on the treasure chest. So when his party comes up to him, they can get the objective and flee with it, probably by the end of the round. So you have to stop that.
We need to stop him?
Anyone. You can stop him from standing there, or you can attack people in the back.
No, I don't want to do. Okay, the very first idea that I had was not smart, but I feel like it will be the funniest. I will just do it. Whatever. Fuck it. Hero tries to body check him away.
Okay. All right. So
I also
that,
had the same idea, but go for it.
Oh, fuck yeah. Let's body check.
Let's go!
So for that, I'm going to need an athletics check if you're going to physically move them. Because he is hunkered down behind his shield, that is going to make the DC harder. So,
do I need to do athletics, or can I do like acrobatics, because I am acrobatically trying to like trip him and like, obviously like get him away from his objective?
Okay, so it sounds like to me like you want to make this an acrobatics check. So
Yes.
how about this? Why don't we say you kind of run off the shield, do kind of like a kick-ass backflip, and then you just kind of like use your legs and sweep him behind him, right?
That, or what we can do, since Makai Greta had the same idea, what if like Greta basically gives me a boost with their shield, and I use that as to like acrobatically flip through the air to like try to like
Just
body
fucking
check him
flip
away.
and drop kick him out of the
Yes.
air
All right,
on some
I'll tell you
real
what.
animation. I'm
Yes,
sold.
some
Let's do it.
real animation.
Let's do some tag team. What I want instead is we're going to make you both combine your turns, meaning, Makai, you will not get a turn. You'll be doing it now with Fee. So, Makai, give me an athletics check. This will be basically acting as giving aid to Fee. Fee, give me an acrobatics check.
Yes.
All right.
24.
Oh, yeah,
That
that's
is
so
a 21.
21. Okay. Okay, so that's a critical success. So I need you to tell me the tale of this awesome teamwork and how bad you get Lannis out of the way of the treasure chest.
I like to think we see Lanny running up, setting up a defense formation, and then we just look at each other. You go high, I go low.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, I'll give you a boost, and I prep up.
and with glorious athleticism and acrobatics, Hero will first fix his like sleeves of his jacket and like make sure that he like looks prepped and like I don't know, like floof his
Looks
hair. Exactly. And he will then with surprising agility run towards the shield in Greta to then have the boost of a lifetime to then flip gloriously through the air. Maybe he flips like across the lamp, so for just a moment all you can see is his beautiful outline in against
Delicious.
the ceiling, the shadowy gloriness of this kitsune before he ducks and rolls to like sweep the legs and just body check this hunk of a man away from the treasure.
All right, so yeah, you do that sweet ass flip, you land, and you absolutely just shuttle Lannis over. You got him to like see him slide back. He rolls over on his shield, kind of gets the spear tucked up behind him, digs the shield in the ground as he kind of slides across the gymnasium. Very anime. Sparks are coming out. There's a nice divot, just kind of a furrow into the ground. You can just see Keimer throwing his clipboard against the ground, going, "God damn it, that's gonna have to get fixed."
And as he's sliding back, I just throw out a quick, "Oh hey, Lanny, heads up."
And Lannis kind of looks and goes, "Like what? What am I looking at?" As he turns, you see breaking from the formation of the injured other students, the Chilaxian with the greatsword, who basically flips it from his thumb, so he's folding it by the false edge of the blade, and he is just charging. And as he's charging, he gets to where Hiro is, and
good.
he tries to basically grab the false edge and the grip of the sword and just bash you out of the way by putting the sword on point to Grita. So this is going to be an athletics check against your fortitude DC. So your fortitude DC is like whatever the bonus would be, plus 10.
Against Hero or mine?
Hero's fortitude DC.
And I'm still too far away for a block.
Yeah, you're about at least 15, 20 feet away.
Rippy dibble.
Wait, what did you say? Fortitude?
Yeah, so whatever the bonus is to your fortitude roll,
Mhm.
you're just going to add a 10 to that, and that's going to be the fortitude DC.
Oh, then I have a 15.
Perfect. Okay.
Oh, would this fall under the reins of a protect companion?
Say it again?
Oh, wait, no, sorry. I realized that's an action, not a reaction.
Yeah, and that's also like an animal companion. Well, actually, I don't know. We'll have to look over the words of that. I forgot the last time we talked about this.
No. It is your so targets your Eidolon or a creature with the minion trait under your control. It is,
Oh,
it is-
right.
It is a companion animal.
And then I told
Or
myself to delete that spell.
something
I
like
never
it.
did.
It's all good. But that's why we talk about it now. So with that, that's going to be an 18. So the Chilaxia named Wilmanax just cracks you, Hero, and you get stumbled back about 5 feet. And as he does that, he kind of turns his hip to the side. And he's kind of bracing his sword against his hip, and he's got it pointed at Grita for when she decides to come to the center. Now, basically, he's trying to hold the line. Next up, we have Aldwin. Aldwin, what are you gonna do?
Wait,
So
can I just point out that whenever I'm trying to do something fucking amazing, I always get like shoved or
Step into the
chewed
limelight.
on or in any kind of way punished for being just awesome. I just want to put it out there.
Well,
Step into the
when you're the
limelight,
coolest thing in the
expect
room, they
behaviors.
tend to target you.
I
All
know.
right, so-
I would like to stop attracting all of the
And stop being so attractive. I don't know what you want from us.
All right, so moving right along because my timer for the scene is basically done. So I want Aldwin, what are you gonna do?
So just to get a clear image in my head, because I was distracted by the anime antics.
Yeah.
So there is essentially in the middle on the chest, there's one person there right now holding the line.
Yes, you have the Chilaxian holding the treasure chest, like the line around the treasure chest, I should say.
Okay. So I think Alwyn is just gonna be like, well, time to get a head start, and is gonna kind of crouch down like they're gonna run, but then I'm just going to use my once a day background feature, bend time again, to move up to my speed as because I get quicken, I get a stride, and I'm just going to pop. I want to pop right in front of the person holding the line, as long as they're within 25 feet of me. And kind of when it's like, well, good afternoon, and I want to spell strike hydraulic push them.
Nice.
You're gonna spell strike what spell on them?
Hydraulic push.
Okay, all right, cool.
Look, I got that. I got that Capri Sun energy.
We love a good hydraulic push here.
We do.
We love a good hydraulic push. Roll the hit with that spell strike, as the young Chilaxian nobleman just goes, "By the devils, where did you come from?"
That's a dirty 20.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, that will definitely hit.
I was about to say, don't forget your bless, but you don't even need it. Let's go.
Yeah. No, because if he gets enough bonuses, I could just be.
Oh, what's bless at?
+1.
Oh, 21.
Yeah, 21.
21.
Hold on. I'm just feeling sassy. Heads, I'm gonna give you a dirty crit. Tails, it's still just a hit. I didn't catch it. It fell flat. And it is a heads. I'm confirming that as a dirty crit. So what happens?
Let's go.
I don't have enough dice for this.
Oh no, this boy's murdered. Okay.
Well,
no.
So I'm managing it that I got the Capri Sun energy and I moved, and so he's like my favorite, the thing for Alderman staff when you do the spell strike, it just gets enveloped in whatever element's happening. So it's just enveloped in just like water, just like rushing water. And when he smacks it, I want it to be like this kid is like getting pushed by a waterfall. Do you really want me to roll damage? Because a crit hydraulic push is 66.
Yeah, give it to me.
That's adding my 2d6. Okay, yeah. That's 8d6. Just give me. I need a dice roller. 1 second.
I mean, if you want to, I have 8d6.
I have a dice roller as well, like out in the open.
6.
I got it. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 35. 30 bludgeoning damage.
This is why Magus is so.
It's so good. It's so fun.
Good.
You're the one that gave me the crit. I just want to let you know.
I gave it to you. I'm not upset. I love this because what I'm imagining is you take your staff and you just kind of like thrust it upwards towards Wilmanax,
Yep.
who looks at it for that beat second, and then suddenly, like a power hose, just like hits him right in the face. He goes flying. What is the distance on a crit on this spell?
Knocked back 10 feet.
Knocked back 10 feet. Just because it make me giggle. He goes flying all the way back to the wall, slams hard against it with the water still in his face. You can kind of still hear his cheeks just wabble and wobble with the water. And when the water stops, he looks like a drowned rat, and he's just like, and then just collapses on the ground. And then you just see Justor going, Justor believes that you are not fit for this task, puny human.
Hero will have his ukulele ready, having waited for the revenge to come. He's like, "Don't go chasing waterfalls." Na, 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 na.
Beautiful.
And I just have one question.
Mm-hmm.
Is the chest, is it or less than 10 pounds?
The chest is about 15 pounds.
Damn it.
Pretty big chest.
Okay.
That being said, so you made your action to just send this dude way back and knock him completely out of the fight in one go. I gave them all about the HP of 25.
No.
We already had 8 before you rocked up, so he's gonna go see Alona in the infirmary. He'll be okay, but he's gonna have to rethink how he addresses water.
I think I think because of bend time, the moving was a free action. I'm going to step in front of the chest and get into arcane cascade.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially I'm gonna now get the residual water through the air and spinning the staff, and so I still have a staff covered in like residual waterfall energy, and just like stand in front of it now as the other guys. It's like, well, it's your turn if you'd like, or you can just go home.
So when you say that, looking like this badass waterbender, you just see the gothic ballerina character just spinning these chakrams.
Joestar, would you like to go? I think you've been waiting for your turn.
And then Joustor, says, Joustor will go. It will now be Joustor's turn. Joustor starts to
Good for you,
bend a
Joustor.
knee. And as Joustor starts bending a knee, you see the kind of shin plates of his legs open up. And you see the flanks of his side open up. And before you know it, his lower half is,
Mechanical
it can best
centaur.
be
Mechanical
described
centaur. Mechanical centaur.
as a horse and a motorcycle combined. You see like engines, like the V twin engines, the giant mag wheels. You can hear this revving engine. And then Joustor just tucks his lance under his arm and he goes, Joustor was designed for jousting, and then just starts charging at you all the way. And it is, in fact, I'm not even going to roll to hit because Joustor is designed for jousting. I'm going to demand a reflex save from you. And I'm going to, the DC to beat, I need you to beat, hold on, let me look at my cheat sheet here. It's going to be a very hard DC for your level, so that should be, 21 reflex save.
Look, I believe in you.
I'm using hero point.
First hero point of the game.
Let's go.
Go Joustor. And that's how we do it for Joust.
So wait, so is he
In
designed for
which
choking as
house?
well, or
Which house is that, PJ? In which house do we root for?
The robot? I like the
This one.
robot.
I mean, he is pretty hot. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Or-
cooling
or
down, so
after his
they're hot
entire
and I'm cold.
Lower
They're-
body transforms.
No, and I got a 24.
Okay, all right. So this robot, Joustor, the robot designed only for jousting, just comes screaming by. You're able to jump out of the way in breakneck timing. You can actually see a little bit of sparks coming off the V-twin piping, just scraping and screaming raw metal off the gymnasium floor. As you jump out of the way, you can hear like this horrible screech and skid squeal as he does kind of this badass like slide, and then just kind of turns around.
Akira slide.
He pulls a swick J-turn, buddy, and then when he ends, he's basically behind all of you, and you can just hear his engine revving. Last on your team, I believe, is Aki.
Yes,
sure I got
that
that
is me. I am
Alright,
last. I'm just checking out my spelly spells. I do have a question. Was Naga out? Would you have allowed Naga to be out during our original kerfluffle, or must I summon her?
I'll allow it. If we can get a bless to go off, we can get Naga out at the same time.
Okay, cool. So Naga's out. She is sweet. Oh, so
I
sweet.
miss her. I love her.
I love her
won't
every
piss in
day.
her boots.
I think what we will do is Joustor is kind of in the middle of this, right? Like,
Joustor is behind you all. The treasure chest is completely unguarded. Joustor is behind you.
within opportunity attack distance, am I?
Hmm.
This is of importance.
Can't catch the coin today. Yes,
Really giving Nero, BJ.
you are.
I'm within. Okay, I would like to not be, and so I will cast hydraulic push on Joustor.
Okay, I just need to learn hydraulic push.
Yes.
We all
So-
need to learn hydraulic.
All the ones
push.
like, I'll teach you. I'll
So
teach you.
arcane befuddlement. And I was gonna use other spells, but oh boy, do I like hydraulic push because it
So
reminds
fun.
me. It reminds me of the
Of
item
Lady Boy.
decanter of endless water, and that's my favorite magic item.
That's very fair.
Mhm. And I think so. If they're behind me, Sarnai, who's kind of been watching all of this happen while also like totally petting Naga, the noodle of doom, will just go. Oh, it's behind me. Oh no. bam, hydraulic push gets cast. That I have to make a roll, right? It's an attack roll, spell attack roll, I think.
Yeah, just make a roll to hit with a spell attack.
And we have guidance, yes?
Yes, you do.
Thank you.
Or
You're
West.
welcome.
I think I don't need guidance, but with guidance and not my spell attack bonus, that's a dirty 20. With my spell attack bonus, that's a 27.
Let's go.
So
Good shit on
Crit
you.
city. Crit city.
I rolled. It was natural like 19 on the die.
I'm
Nice.
just gonna dunk on this entire team.
I know.
That's a crit.
Yeah, they're like, oh, these ragtag people, they can't fight, and we just wipe the floor with our
Yeah.
enemy.
Didn't somebody earlier say something about, oh, I don't know, how we don't look intimidating and
Was that Joustor? I don't remember. I don't.
no,
Hmm.
who was that?
Speed learning.
Look, it was the Capri Suns. I keep telling you.
Yeah. So
Dude,
so please,
pretty
Aki,
juicy.
tell me how much damage
Oh,
per
no.
critical.
Are we
hit?
the bullies?
No, we're not actually. Everyone else is picking fights with us. We're just
This is
we're
true.
we're,
This is
we're
true.
quite literally minding our own business. So we are not the bullies yet. So critical success. It'll get Jouster will get knocked back 10 feet. But Jouster will also take about 20 points of damage.
Points of damage. Yeah. Okay. So he gets knocked back 10 feet. The water comes flying out of the middle finger you're putting behind your head, the no look cast. So you can't see this, unfortunately, but Naga does. And Naga in your brain just goes, this sweet robot is delightful. You see how Joustor is there. Suddenly, there's this giant torrent of water hitting him. He goes flying backwards, hits the wall, and then you know how like sometimes a motorcycle gets tripped over and it's like the most cringy, painful thing?
Mm.
It's like watching a motorcycle get tipped over. Meanwhile, you just hear Joustor's voice going, Joustor is down, Joustor is down, Joustor is down.
Oh,
And then
no.
like, with a couple sparks, the legs are turned to normal and he just kind of lays there. Just kind of lays there.
Oh, I feel bad.
I still have one more action, and my action will be to give Naga her 2 actions. Now I must ask in terms of relevance, how? Oh, nope, it will not tell me. Very quickly, I just need to search up what the radius of cone and lines are. For the breath weapon attack that Naga can make, because I need to know how close Ballerina of Doom is.
Ballerina hasn't had her chance yet. She is about 30 feet away from you still. She hasn't
30 feet.
gone towards the treasure chest yet.
Haha, look at that! A 30-foot cone or a 60-foot line?
30-foot cone?
Yeah, or a 60-foot line. It's a breath
Right.
weapon, baby.
That's
Daika.
And
Okay, so
I feel so bad for her though. I don't want to just like straight up attack. She hasn't done anything. So I think what instead we're gonna do is we're just Sarna is gonna hold on to Naga. We're gonna fly over in front of the chest, and we'll protect it, and we will we have link spells. So instead, what we will do is we will not that. We will boost Eidolon Naga. Which is a focus spell, focus cantrip, and the best way to put it is Naga looks real more. If she goes from sweet precious noodle to much more intimidating string bean, if you will, a lot more muscular. She's really imitating. She's as graceful as Haku, but also like the dragon from Dragon Ball Z, the one that gives you wishes.
Shenron.
Shenron, thank you. Yes,
Boy.
she's getting intimidating like that. As that will be our whole thing. But the best way to put it is, I really hope this bitch doesn't hit us, because she will get hit back really hard.
Everyone's just gonna be like,
Regular-
that was a really nice hydraulic push.
yeah, y'all those hydraulic pushes today. I swear to God.
It's fun. I still have another spell slot for one of those.
can stand under my umbrella. Ella, Ella, A, A, A. Under
Gonna
my
nap 20
umbrella.
umbrellas.
I'm just
All
saying,
right.
like, maybe they should have had one prepared.
So, so Aki, you and your is it? Sorry, my context is all over the place. So, Noodle is by the treasure chest, or you and Naga are both there?
Both of us are there. We're there. I look very not intimidating. I think because I just look expensive. Naga, however, is taking all of her time to look really big and intimidating, guarding this chest,
Wow.
as most dragons do.
While
Nice.
Aldwin stands proudly half their height in front of them.
All right. So, Velrina in the back has this kind of Wednesday Addams, Christina Ricci vibe all of a sudden. Kind of the bubbly yet deadpan voice starts to get a little darker. You see her eyes start to grow black and dilated, and you start to see a little bit of like starry nights in her eyes. She starts spinning the chakrams a little faster and faster, and she starts kind of singing this lullaby, you know, just kind of like, alone and weary out of dark, you find yourself lost with a lantern's call and a raven's call. You find yourself with me. Everything gets pitch black. All the lights fade. There's no sun coming through the windows. Show of hands, who has dark vision? Okay, dark vision. Okay, cool. So as she starts singing this song, three of you see her silhouette, and she starts to kind of just become nothing but stars herself. She is just a starry night sky. To everyone else, you see nothing in this moment. She calmly walks over to the treasure chest. She looks Sarnai in the eye and just says, "Hey there, I was wondering, can I just have this? It'll be gone in 5 minutes and we can just go about our day." Give me a will save.
Oh.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Glad to be with you again. I know everything I meet wants to see me die. Why?
I will use a hero point on that one because that was very
Because-
low. That's a lot
And
better. That's an 18.
guidance also applies to saving
Oh.
throws and skill checks.
It does? Okay, 19 then.
19? Okay,
Thank you.
cool. So, for a split second, it all makes total sense. Of course you have. Yeah, you're so polite for asking. And you bend down and you grab the treasure chest and you grab your hands on it and you pick it up. And you start standing up and you're about to give it to her. And as you're about to give it to her, you realize, no, I don't want to be doing this. And then you look and your hands are empty. But you're still kind of bending over like you're about to pick it up for her. It was all just kind of this really weird illusion. And you see her realizing it didn't work, and she went, "Oh, actually, now I am very sorry. It's very rude to try and force people with magic, but
Hey, you almost make me pick something up like a poor person.
I think stuff up all the. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna pass.
I almost did labor like the poors.
Think of the poor.
What would you
Hero
have me
point.
for? Middle class? Not with this ass.
Oh my God, hero point, Aki, for that line.
Oh my god.
Thank you. Thank you.
So with that, the first round of the initiative is over. Going back to the top. Let me see how long that darkness she created lasts for. Okay, it's still going. Aubrey, your turn.
Okay. And I have dark vision and I can see fine, right?
Yeah.
So I am going to start off my turn with one of my hexes.
Ooh.
I'm gonna cast Veil of Dreams on her. And I need a will save.
You felt threatened? Your aesthetic was threatened?
Yeah,
No, I'm the
Jade.
star one.
I'm the one with the stars.
I'm the
Yeah.
one with the stars.
She does. She gets a will save of 18.
That is a success, I believe. Where's my DC hiding? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. 18. So yeah, it is meets the beats. But she still does start getting a little bit drowsy and is going to take a -1 status penalty to perception, attack rolls, will saves, and the penalty increases to a -2 against sleep effects.
Okay.
Mhm.
Cool. I will take that as basically -1 to literally any action she's going to do, and even if she puts a will save, just because we're doing like streamline rules.
Yeah.
So that being said,
And then I'm just going to spend my other actions and run forward and attempt to help with the chest.
okay. Basically one movement over there, one interact action to pick it up. All you need. Do you have 2 actions left?
Yeah, the hex was only 1 action.
Yeah. So in theory, you can just walk over, hex her, and pick it up.
Mhm.
Now you just got to get it back to where you guys were starting, to where y'all were starting off, and then you win the exercise. With that, though, it's Lannis's turn. And Lannis, critic, can you see him go, no. And then he just shouts out loud, like, Operation Compromised! If everyone is okay, stand up! And off the distance you hear, Justor is down! Damn it, Justor! And then just blindly, you can just hear the plate clanking as Lannis is running blind in this field of darkness. Okay. Aurora, as you have the treasure chest, you can feel this great mass, this presence just rushing, and then suddenly it kind of like bumps your shoulder a bit. You don't drop the treasure chest, but it hurts really bad, and you see Lannis just kind of blindly shoulder checking. Aside from scraping your arm, gets nothing but air, and then just drops to the ground. And he's kind of looking around, like stabbing wildly in the darkness, completely blinded by the spell. He can't do anything with it. But next up is Fee. Fee, what are you gonna do?
Take the chest.
So, Hiro actually can't see just yet, but he will be super sexy and conjure up his foxlight, his little kitsune fires, and he will use them as like a tiny like torch-ish, like in the palm of his hand, to guide him towards Aurora, to either help or carry the chest, either or. If she looks like she's really struggling, then he'll just like take it like the gentleman that he is. And then how close are the other people in proximity to Aurora and Hiro?
So I think the closest person, there's 2 people who are pretty close to Aurora and Hiro. If you're meeting where the treasure chest is, you have Lannis, who is on the ground, stabbing aimlessly, trying to secure the mission, and you have Velrina, the kind of gothic ballerina witch woman, who is just kind of standing there going,
well, I tried.
and she's just kind of looking at you. She goes,
Hello there. It is so good to see you.
Okay, he will look her up and down and just be like, "Hey there, cutie," and then he will literally snip one of his foxfires towards Lannister, trying to hit his butt, like a very anime kind of like, pew, and try to hit his butt. The range is
like
20
Concho
feet.
or no?
like Concho.
Like
Oh, no.
Concho. Or
Yeah,
no?
pretty much, but like
Oh,
with
no.
foxfire. So like, the range is 20 feet. So you said that he was like in, yeah?
He's like 5 feet adjacent from you. You can do that.
Sweet. Okay. Yeah. Then I'm gonna do that, and that will be. Should I roll damage or should I?
Roll the hit first.
Okay.
He will be considered flat-footed, so the AC will be a lot easier to hit.
Do I get like some kind of boost for, I don't know, stealth, deception, performance?
No, but he does get a penalty, so he's easier to hit.
You get a +1 from Bless until my next turn.
Oh, sweet. Wait 1 second. I actually need to roll the die.
Yeah, that might help.
Shut up. Okay, that was a 17.
Yeah, 17. So you try to shoot him in the butt, and as you do, you hear this loud metallic clang, and you do you have dark vision?
Me?
Yeah, do you have dark vision?
No, but I have my Foxfire thing, and like the illumination, I'm assuming from like wherever I hit him.
Yeah, so when you shoot the spark and watch it fall, yeah, Greta, you see this. You see your boy, Lanny, like really good, like hunkered down position, and then suddenly he turns, and you don't know if it's hypervigilance or what, but he sees the fire, and then just raises his shield, and then bats it, and you can see the fire go, and you see Rizik, the gribbly monk, that's kind of see the thing coming. He goes, "Oh no, there's a fireball coming for me," and then just does the splits, and the fireball goes passing way over his froggy head, and then kind of pulls himself back up by his powerful frog legs.
Beautiful.
It misses, but just barely. So with that being said, you walked over, you shot a fireball at Lanny's butt. Foxfire at Lanny's butt. I believe if that was just one action to attack, you can just kind of walk back with the treasure chest, the both of you and Aubrey.
Sweet.
Yeah,
I mean,
awesome.
do you want to do it together, or do you want like hero?
I mean, if we could just do it together, I mean, it's whatever. Yeah.
Dream.
Oh, I mean, I don't mind doing it together. So yeah, let's do it together.
So once you start walking off together, the big dome of darkness starts to peel away, like when the morning rises, just kind of vanishes. As Velrina drops the spell, you put the treasure chest down, it pops up, there's a little flag in it, you raise the flag, and you see Keimer just going, "God damn it, that was so good! You worked together as a team, I saw teamwork. Oh, but we're gonna have to do so much repairing. There is water damage just all over this arena."
Would you like a simple prestidigitation?
I could do that too.
Right, I'm a fighter. I'm a fighter by trade, and Rizik is a puncher by money. So if you have the right ability to,
money.
yeah, he used to punch for money for quite a while.
Oh,
Isn't
okay,
that right,
okay.
buddy?
Besides hygiene, this is the only form of cleaning up I wish to partake in, and it's just prestidigitation, all the water damage. I'll go to specifically the students that have been like, drenched rats and poor rusting, and just prestidigitate the shit out of them,
Yeah.
until they're dry. Just apologies. I didn't mean. I know. I hope you don't rust away. And as for you, noble lord, oh, I didn't hit you, but I wish I did. Oh, dear. Just fix up.
Yeah, Makai.
Sorry, throat closing up. I would like to go over to Lanny and help him up, or at least offer him a hand. Good work out there.
You offer him the hand. He looks at it, and he smiles at you, and then he's kind of gently bats your hand away. And he stands up, and he says, "Yeah, my team is. I need to rise to the occasion. I'll get them in shape next.
I
month.
can
Don't you
help
worry
you."
about it."
I
Oh,
think we're
God.
no.
Well-
I think we're late till next class.
Well,
I can
if you
rise
ever
to any occasion.
if you ever need help getting things to rise up, just hit me up.
Right. Wait.
Can
What?
you feel the
Anyway, I'm gonna go
love
talk to your friend with the big sword over there.
today?
and I Pat him on the
Parrish.
chest.
Yeah. Okay. I am so bloody confused. And Lanny just kind of puts his shield on and puts away his spear, and he's just already giving us the pep talk. But like, okay, next time, it's about drive. It's about power.
Power.
If
We
you
stay
stay
hungry. We
we
devour.
devour.
If we work, put in the hours.
Hours.
It takes
both hours.
Okay, so if there's any RP you want to do, just kind of raise a hand.
Yes.
Yes, raise a hand. Let me see who wants to do a
Um,
quick RP. Yeah.
No, not nothing like two, but I want to do. Hero is doing the Sokka out that is very popular from the Water Tribe, where he's just like as he exits the gem, but he especially sings, because we were on TikTok songs. He sings ABCDEFU to the one with the broadsword as he leaves. It's very important for his pride that he sings him that song.
A B C
A,
Is
B,
it one?
C, D, E, F, U.
You
And your
yes,
mom,
yeah,
and your
that
sister,
one.
and your job, and your bro.
And so as he gloriously strums it with the intensity of Miguel from The Road to El Dorado, he walks backwards out of the gym, staring down this man with a ginormous broadsword who dared to like body check him. And that's it. That's my RP moment.
Perfect.
Mm.
I think Mikhail,
Delicious.
you were helping up Parish Woman-Axe up, correct?
Yeah, I think so. That's his name.
Yeah. So he's kind of coming to after Sarnai is done prestidigitating all of the water damage from his clothes. He's kind of
And I squat down to like kind of like pat him like hey, boy, wake up. And I'm gonna heal him while I do that.
all right.
It's
that
gonna go ahead and do the full 2 actions, so it's gonna be this plus 8. He's gonna get back a full 18 hit points.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he immediately seems to feel much better. What you could tell was probably like a light concussion. Is just he's feeling great as sunshine.
You took a real big bust out there. I saw you looking at me. You want to slice of me later?
I'm sorry, a slice of what?
A piece of me. A slice. I come over. You try to fight me, I try to fight you. You look pretty strong. I just was wondering if you would do anything later.
Oh. Well then if you'd like to have a duel, then I would be most honored to participate in a sport of violence with you.
I've never heard it so quaintly. I like it.
This is
Well-
happening in front of me because I'm still there. I was wiping it off. And I just,
Oh, 100%.
I'm just going, I can't believe this is happening in front of my salad. And I don't even have a salad.
Is salad the nickname for your noodle?
No.
Oh.
My noodle is many things. She's Naga. She is the good lady.
Sometimes-
she is the
oh.
precious one, the morning kiss. And I need to regain a focus point. And in order to do that, I have to spend time with my Eidolon. And so the big Shenron looking noodle will now deflate back into sweet, noodly puppy baby cat.
Man, I love
And-
Shaolin Showdown.
Yeah. and just let her wrap her entire body around me. It's fine.
Okay.
It's normal. We just hold the cat.
Really fast, Makai, give me a diplomacy check, and also let me know: are you flirting or honestly trying to get a duel out of this man?
A little bit of both. When it's
Okay.
Greta, those are the same thing.
Fair, yeah. Give me that diplomacy check.
Diplomacy. Where is? Okay, it's not as bad as I thought. +1 because he was checking me out earlier.
Sure. Yeah.
Heck yeah, that's a +5. For a 24, I rolled a 19. Let's go.
What?
Oh,
Okay.
God, I thought you rolled a 5. I was about to say.
Let's go.
I have the exact same dice roller.
It's so good, right?
Yes, it's so convenient.
So Parish Woman-Axe, he gets up, kind of like adjusts himself, presents him. All right then, fine. I grow tired of such mundane activities. Pick the spot, pick the time.
And I'll
pick
even
the
pick a
music.
dinner place for when I win.
Oh, so that's how this is to go. Great, fine. I will pick the battle music, you pick the dinner, and if I win, I'll pick the wine. And he just walks away.
Oh, look at you.
She just
Greta.
flat. Greta just flashes this big, toothy, sharp grin and just giggles, turns to Sarah and I. This is gonna be fun. Let's go.
Oh, incredibly so. He has initiated Gelaxian courting.
Is that what that is? I'll call this Tuesday.
Is that
Oh, you
It's just-
fiend! You absolute devil!
only on my-
walk and talk.
Only on my daddy's side.
Fighting in Shelly X?
Little bit of both.
Okay.
Sometimes it's fighting. Sometimes it's a battle of wits. Other times it's It's a rather I will not speak of this in front of children.
This is
Hero
this is a lot.
Hero may be taking notes about
I thought
how
Hero
to port.
dipped.
I mean, he may be waiting around the corner.
Just in the
you
corner,
know?
just like
You don't know. Like clearly nobody was following his badass exit. So like he's like, wow, that was like
I was
for
getting
nothing.
laid.
I
I was hoping clean.
I just want to take a minute to give a hero point to someone in the chat. I believe I'm seeing Amigio1 who said, "Oh hell yeah, fantasy Olive Garden." You get a hero point.
Oh, Amelia.
Yes, Amelia, absolutely you get a hero point. And basically,
Amelia.
what that means is whenever you're watching and these lovely heroes have lost all their hero points, you get to say they can take my hero point and they can borrow from your bank. Now that being said, I want everyone to tell me the next class they want to do, and then once we all decide the next class, the group will go together. Just for the sake of time, we're going to go on our break. So, you all have some options. You have, of course, let's see, we have Arcana Zoology, Medicine, Fanfic Club, Religion, Alchemy, Transmutation, Champions Club, class, Host Club, Enchantment, Fanfic Summoning, or you could go back to another primary class like Necromancy or Divination.
If I go to summoning, can I try to summon Mr. Worldwide?
He was here already.
You can't summon Mr. Worldwide without a fireball. So if you don't have that spell, you can't
Well,
do that.
I have, but I have Foxfire, which is like literally the same.
No,
PJ.
it's not a fireball.
But it's not though.
Oh,
That's Mr.
I can now
that's Mr.
see why.
Countywide.
No, I can now see why you're the evil twin. PJ would have never said that to me.
Hold on, let me go check. I think he's in my basement locked up.
Oh.
He says, so I'll figure what that is tomorrow. Anyway, why don't you guys pick why don't you all pick the next class you all want to go to together as a group, and then we'll take our 5-minute break. So
do we want to do the host club thing, or was that later?
Host Club is doing their special romantic day celebration kind of at night after classes are done. They are looking for people to help out for extra credit, or people who just want to, participate and have fun.
Well, Hero will already be dragging Sarnai to that, willing or unwilling. I don't really
Do
think.
we all just want to go help out with the host club?
Sure.
We don't want to. No. Sarnai will not help out. Sarnai has class to go to, unlike you bitches.
Extra
What
credit.
class you going to?
Summoning.
Summoning. What a coincidence. I will once again
Class.
ask for my worldwide agenda after the break. So I will
All
join Saranai in summoning.
So to confirm, would you all like to go summoning class? And the rules of other classes still apply. If you go to another class and you do very well, they basically give you a +1 voucher to work towards any of your other class credits. So you're not really losing anything from doing this.
I guess we should hold a vote.
Hold a vote
as to what we're doing.
I mean, at this point, it sounds like we just want to do our individual classes.
Or you could go to Necromancy or Divination, where you all have the same class together.
This is also true.
It's true.
What about Necromancy?
We
And then we could try to connect to Mr. Worldwide.
We could do necromancy because this is the Valentine's Day episode, and you can't spell necromance without romance.
That's true. And bones.
And bones. Time to bone up.
Oh, Hero will do.
No,
Okay.
see, look, no. I came
I
in
think it's
with
time
the
for break, right?
eloquent answer, and you guys came in with the degenerate answer of bones
Yes.
for boning.
I was
it's
going
time to bone up.
Champion class.
That's what
I
Meryl.
mean,
my
hey,
Professor
plan
Meryl
for the
calls waking
day.
up. You bone up in the morning.
If Saranai wants to teach Hero some big words after hour, like he won't say no.
Well, after hours is after hours, and you're gonna drag me to the host club. I'm assuming I'm teaching you something.
Oh, you will be teaching the Hero so much. But yeah, let's do necromancy, everybody. Is that okay?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
cool with that.
necromancy.
Cool.
Yeah.
Before we go to Necromancy class and before we go to the break, I want everyone to give me a roll to symbolize their studying in the mandatory fighting class today. So, and you get a huge bonus on this. So choose whatever you want: athletics, acrobatics, arcana, anything that you
I could do
think
Arcana. I do not have acrobatics or athletics.
Absolutely. It could be a cult. It basically anything that represents what you did in today's fighting practice.
I did acrobatics or performance. I feel like either works for the glorious flip that Hero was managed with Greta.
I just did a lot of magic.
Very nice.
So that was a 23.
I got a 26.
I rolled a 1, but after I used my hero point, I'm gonna go ahead. I rolled a 19, so a 26.
Oof. Sexy.
I got a
26 total. Holy crap.
I got a 23 for with rolling with athletics.
PJ Major.
PJ Major.
Pants.
Okay.
What about my pants? I'm so sorry.
Want to shit your pants because I got a 20.
Critical 20.
But I want to ask it like that because your name sound like, I know it's not pronounced like that, but I really wanted to say PJ Major.
PJ Major.
It's almost one of the morning, guys. You're losing me.
It's quite all right. When I was a kid growing up, I got called a lot worse. But what I do love is that my name sounds like a bird call. It's like a chicken. All right. That being said, we are going to go on our 5-minute break. When we come back from our 5-minute break, we will be doing the necromancy class. So thank you very much. We'll be back in about 5 minutes.
3, 2, 1. All right, let's do this.
Hello, you legends in the freaking chat. And thank you for the 5-minute break. We are back and we are ready to go to necromancy class.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Ooh.
Oh, I forgot. I
No
don't
bones
know.
about it.
I'm so sorry. I the player Fee forgot who teaches the necromancy class.
Necromancy.
Oh no.
Necromancy.
Professor
necromancy
Morrow.
class.
It's
So
Bring
the
your own
necromancy. This
necromancy.
is the wrong podcast.
No,
Let's
but
be
like,
honest.
I just realized it's the one teacher that like Hero keeps making laugh, but him laughing like gives him nightmares. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
God,
Oh,
this
it's
man.
a joke. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure enough.
Stop.
So you go to class and you see Professor Morrow is no longer really kind of wearing the robe to like, hide the fact that they are a skeleton. They're just kind of like sitting there now, just skeleton, full skeleton out and about with chalk and a chalkboard. And they're like, hello, everybody. Welcome to necromancy class. My name is Professor Morrow. Hello. So good to see you. Please have a seat. Have a seat. Everyone sit down.
Sarnai will look away and go, "Oh, Professor, please, you are scantily clad."
Of course, I'm scantily clad. I'm skeleton. I have nothing but bones. I don't
Yes.
need to wear clothes.
Galantly clad.
Yes, I know, but
Galantly.
still,
Skelet.
it feels
Don't
a
hurt
bit
yourself, dear.
weird.
Alden's just sitting down now.
Yeah, so
It's
are
okay. I have no genitals. I'm literally skeleton. There's nothing undecent. Their jaw drops out. So it's kind of doing a skeleton
the
dance
nightmares.
with their jaw distended.
I mean, if you're all right with it, then sure. I'd hate to be. Ugh. It's not the skeleton part. It's the fact that the skeleton is not wearing their robe.
So the skeleton goes. The jaw kind of clicks back into the bones in place and go. Okay, I get it. It's still there. It is. You're not used to dancing, skeletons. This is okay. Mara will put on robe. He kind of puts it back on. They put it on. They take the robe, the hood off, and they go, okay, now let's get back to class. Yes. So last time we talked about soul states, how ghosts live in this world, and spirits and ghosts are similar but different. So I would like to actually give you opportunity. What would you like to discuss? Souls? Do you want to discuss vampires, phylacteries? Yes, the Foxboy Hero.
My time has come. And he slowly rises up and he's like,
Why did we let
Professor.
Hero go first?
Professor,
I don't know. I think we forgot.
because all of you were lazy. Professor,
Yes.
I want to know.
Mhm.
Oh dear.
Can we talk to
Mhm.
Mr. Worldwide?
Mr. Worldwide.
Jason Derulo.
I do not know a Mr. Who is Mr. Worldwide? Are they the wizard?
Yes,
I
a
have
a wizard of musical talent.
I have a question. Could Aldwin do a check to see if they recognize Mr. Worldwide?
Of course.
Beautiful.
Give me a society check.
I do want to ask, will this
Mhm.
fall under any gardening, cooking, or sailing lore?
Okay.
I want to
will-
argue
Would-
sailing.
I want to. I
Yeah,
would. I also
yeah.
want to argue sailing because this is Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
So here's what I'll say. This is the deal I present to you.
Mhm.
You can either give me a sailing check that is, oh gosh, what is the exact words for? I always get the exact words wrong for this. An incredibly hard 4-year level sailing check, which would be a total of 25. Now you can probably do that. You've done it before, or you can do a society check at your level, which is a 15. So 15 or 25, choice is yours.
If I do incredibly hard, it gives me a better chance to crit fail, which also sounds very fun.
Okay.
So I think Alwyn will be thinking really hard. I do also want to point out Alwyn's eyes have now changed colors again, and they're now both hazel. So they're both the same color now, but they're now both hazel. Yeah, I'm gonna do the incredibly hard one using my sailing lore.
Okay.
Wait, do I have bonuses to this because I'm using those? Ba, 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 ba. Nope. Okay. I got a 25.
Okay.
19 on the dice. Let's go.
So give me 1 second. I
Delicious.
need to. I did not prepare for this because how could I? How could I?
Do you ever prepare?
A legend.
How could you?
The
How?
legend, the myth,
The man,
Mr.
the myth.
Worldwide.
Okay, so
Some say he came, he saw, he conquered. Others say he saw, he conquered, he came.
I mean,
Yeah.
people are allowed to blow his whistle, baby.
so you remember an old nautical tale. It was a legend about maybe it was a shoonie. You know, they just at first called him by the simple name of Pitbull. He took to the waters from his homeland at a very young age, and at first he rose to great providence as, you know, Mr. International, constantly spouting the time of 305, 305. So everywhere he went, people knew what time it was, you know. And then he changed his name again. He was known by his battle cry of Dale. And from there, as his conquering legend grew from Pitbull to Dale, Mr. International, he then finally settled around Tianshui and all of the other amazing provinces in the east, and to places of Chiliax, even the undead lands of Gabs, because he's truly been all over the world with, as you could say, I guess, leader hose and area codes.
Oh my god.
And he came back to his castle, his empire, and at this point, he now wears the crown of a true pirate king, of a true firebrand braggart. He is Mr. Worldwide, but you don't say that name. You have to sing it in your heart. You sing it in the shadows along the waves in hopes that one day you too can be graced by a fireball from Mr. Worldwide.
And so what everyone else does, just Aldwin's just like thinking, this is the hardest you've seen Aldwin think. And then
Don't hurt yourself,
and then he
buddy.
gets up, he's like, oh, wait. Dale, Mr. Worldwide. Okay, so you know the necromancy, you said you can speak with the dead because you use these things to like speak with someone who knows tales of someone. Well, if you want to speak to someone who failed to battle from I think they call him Dale now. So like, if we use Hero's amazing music playing, we can maybe get some great spirits to come up and start dancing to I think they had a great uh poem that would go around just 305. It's the time to dive. He was a pirate lord too. I don't know if you knew that.
So
The Kodiak.
so oh my god, full disclosure, I was so busy looking up Pipple facts, I did not start the timer for the scene, so we're gonna go with the so you see Professor Marrow tapping his kind of barren skull top as he does when he's thinking, and he just goes, now normally if the person is living, we cannot summon living people. What we can do is summon the dead people and send them to the living as messengers, sometimes whispers. You can do this. Do you happen to know someone he has killed directly that would make summoning them a lot easier?
Killed by Mr. Worldwide?
Yes.
Yes.
If Mr. Worldwide is killing people all over the world, then
Jason Derulo.
good. Who is this person? Did Mr. Of the Worldwide, did he kill the Jason of Rulo?
Yes,
Yes.
he did kill
Yeah, it was a great
Jason
battle.
of
son of
Derulo.
Derulo.
son of Derulo. Yeah,
Son of Rulo. Okay, all right, everyone. Okay, so this is going to be a great moment of learning. Last time we were in class, we talked about the living soul, and we had the moments where I removed it from one of you. Great times. I grew up with this. Great times. Every child in Gabe has to know what it's like to lose your soul. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to work
I'm sorry,
together
what now?
to. Oh, we lost a soul. Doesn't matter. So now we are going to work together to summon the spirit of Jason of House Rulo. If they are dead, surely we can do this. Everyone, please come. Please come into the summoning circle. And he makes this kind of gesture like that with his hands. And as he does, you see this magical circle just kind of come down from midair and land on the ground. And this light just instant summoning circle. And he goes, okay, now this is necromantic summoning circle. It's not quite summoning, it's more the soul well. It's like, anyway, find your spots, children. Remember, we're going to use basic principles. Open up your souls to the plane of death. It's fine. It's fine. Plane of death. It's
Okay.
fine. It's fine.
Sure.
Yeah, just go ahead and open up my soul to the plane of death.
Yeah,
I mean, this is fine. This is
Great,
fine.
Greta, it'll be great. You believe me. Like anyone who's been slain by Mr. Worldwide has great tales to tell.
All right, so everyone make for me your choice of Arcana, Occult, or Religion check to basically work on this ritual together in tandem. I'm
What
gonna
did you
need
say for the checks? I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. Arcane,
Mhm.
Occult, or Religion, and I'm gonna need 3 out of 5 successes to summon the spirit of Jason of House Rulo.
Well,
Oh boy. I'm sorry.
Well, that
the
is an-
DC. Oh, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
What's that?
No, say the GC first.
Sure. The DC is going to be a 17.
Oh,
Brain farted, sorry.
okay. No, it's
Alright,
fine.
you need
I
to
have-
use a 10.
that's a 9 from me.
I have a
That was a
dirty
nat
20.
20. Okay.
22.
22. Okay. So far looking pretty good. Dusty, what you got?
24.
Ooh, a success. Just for giggles. Sarnai, what you got for me?
17 on the dot.
Okay, cool. So you get on the circle and you see Motto dip their head and raise their bones. You see their bone fingers start moving independently. So the joints are sliding out of place as they're just kind of vibing and gesticulating. Their bones all over start to kind of slide out of place and start to kind of separate from his body as the green fire in his chest that lights up his empty, vacant neck into his hollow eyes grows bigger and bigger. It starts to protrude through their rib cage to the point where they're almost a torch of green soul fire. As you're around the circle, you can feel and see a green soul fire from your own chests starting to light up and protrude, getting brighter and brighter. And in the center of this room, you see the sigil starts to move and spin, 2 sigils spinning independently. And then finally, a big column of green soul fire breaks through the symbol. And hanging in midair, you see this gentleman wearing a very fancy vest and a red cravat and very tight kind of chaps. He's got boots with kind of like metal taps in the toes and heel. He has got many rings and many gold bracelets in this wonderful tunic.
Beautiful.
And as he floats, his voice seems to come sort of distance in the ether. And then you hear from that this back effect, something like almost like how Joustor was talking, a very robotic sound, but it's just kind of like everything he says just has this background going, everything he just said.
It's like it's echoing. Automatically tuned.
Yes, you could say there's another force around him automatically tuning what he's saying to a different pitch.
Very nice,
Yes,
very
yes.
nice.
And so Jason of House Rulo starts to tweeze this beautiful mustache and just goes, how can I help you?
What you say?
Hero, would you want to?
This was your idea.
Hero just stands there, utterly starstruck, staring at Jason from House Derulo. And maybe his eyes are just a little misty. We will never know. Could be the reflection of the light in the room.
I'd like to investigate Hero's eyes. See if they're misty.
So would I.
DC
So would I,
100.
but for gay reasons.
110, I
you
rolled
won't
it.
know ever. But he stares as this beautiful apparition appears. So many words are floating through his head, from savage love to swalla la la. So many different melodies in his head as he looks. And
So Shardy's like a melody in your head?
Shardy's like a melody in my head, makes me singing like. But and he stares very much, almost like resisting the urge to both do this and then this. He stares at Jason from House Derulo and only has truly one thing to say. Jason, how did Mr. Worldwide kill you? How
I don't know.
and why did he take away your talent in the world?
Jason of House Rulo begins to kind of put his hands over his face and goes, I went around the world, but I couldn't speak the language. I found this man who told me what it is, and then I fought him on a prow, and then he got stabby with me. And
I'm going home. I'm going home, Peter. You have killed me. I'm done.
And so Jason of House Rulo begins to tell you this story of how he was a traveling bard and a pirate and a merchant and entertainer, and he went around the world all over.
God.
And he didn't speak the language, of course, but he found Mr. Worldwide on his journey, and he thought Mr. Worldwide could tell him how to speak the language. And they did many amazing, powerful bardic performances. They did breathtaking stunts of piratery, stealing boats from evil tyrants and taking
Jesus
jewels
Christ.
from awful liches from other demiplanes. And then finally they got to a point where they got into a disagreement on one of the boats, this amazing disagreement where they were sword fighting on two boats on fire in the middle of the night. It was so epic. And then Mr. Worldwide, of course, slew Jason of House Rulo, and he couldn't even hate him. He just said, you were the better opponent that day. And you can see him like from the water just sploosh, fade, and with that everything goes dark.
Wasn't this game supposed to be about Valentine's Day?
Yep.
Yep.
It was. That's
It's
exactly what it
still-
was.
It still is. Listen, Hero has never been more smitten in his life.
Y'all looking at me weird for flirting with big boy with the big broadsword, but we spent all this
No,
time.
no. I was never looking at you weird. In fact, I
No,
could
I
not be
wasn't
more
either.
prouder. I was there. I'm here to help wingman and then write your own like little fan fiction afterwards. I'm here to fucking profit like a true capitalist. And here the rest of you are summoning Jason of House Rulo. Oh,
See, Sarnai secretly they're summoner, but they're not summoning Naga. They're summoning capitalism.
exactly.
I mean, dragons
True.
are the embodiment of capitalism.
You're right. So
Yeah.
should have seen it coming.
Actually, the Western dragons are
Yeah.
bitchin'
Yeah.
Eastern dragon.
Fair enough. I'll buy that.
I
Are
just put a
you-
note here, and I'm
Uh-huh.
ashamed to admit this because I know at some point this is going to have to come back to bite me square in my dummy thick ass. Mr. Worldwide is now a high-ranking firebrand braggart
Mhm.
swashbuckling NPC in this world, and at some point this is going to be canon. And
Oh,
I
yes,
love
absolutely.
hate this. I love
Hey,
hate all of this.
Thank you.
Oh, God.
I hope he gets to meet Rally.
I hope
I
you
hope he does
know.
too.
I hope you know, PJ, that Hero will, like on occasion, use this free period of time to summon Jason of House Rulo just to speak to him. And
Mind him
I
do your
need you
guitar.
to be aware that this
It-
will happen,
It
and
will-
that
it-
I will actively try to pursue to find Mr. Worldwide in the canon universe.
All right, 1 second. Makai, yes.
Can we bind Jason of House Rouleau to Hero's guitar?
Do you ask that to Professor Morrow?
Hi, Professor Morrow. What
Yes.
would be the logistics of, like, if the spirit is okay with it? What would be the logistics of having him stick around for sort of a work study where he tutors a local bard, maybe even young Hero, my friend Hero here.
This
Yeah, no, that would be
course
great.
is this of course is up to the spirit that they wish to. They will need an anchor, of course. The anchor will have to be very close to the person at all times. If the anchor is destroyed, the ghost will go back to the plane of the day. Yeah,
I would like to use.
an anchor like what? An anchor like
it could be anything. If it is usually if it's a holy item, has more power. If it's like but a personal item, this could also work. Yes.
so a string from my ukulele could work.
No, it'd probably be whole ukulele.
I would like to use summon.
Ukulele.
Yes, Makai, what do you want to do?
I would like to use summon instrument, but have it specifically summon Hero's ukulele and just be like, here you go.
Now, I'm going to put a big pause on this because you now have to convince Jason of House Rulo to be anchored to a ukulele. Now, if you don't want to participate in this, you don't have to, but you will have to make a pretty high roll to convince this world-traveling, swashbuckling bard who died amazingly in a fight with his only friend and rival, to the death, to like, hey, you want to chill in this college kid's ukulele, or as Morrow called it, ukulala. So we're gonna have a diplomacy check, and it's going to be a DC of 30. Now, we can do this one of two ways. You can all work together to roll aid on one person, or you can just rally and see who gets the 30. But you got to decide now. That's what I'm going to put on you.
What? I have a pretty high diplomacy roll.
Me too.
have a
I
pretty
also have a
mid-diplomacy
feat.
roll.
I have a pretty mid diplomacy. There's no way I could make it. I could get a
I'm-
25 at the highest.
I'm not diplomatic.
I could. Oh,
I-
yeah. No, I wouldn't get to 30 by myself, but it
Yeah.
is very high.
Mm,
All right, so yeah, we're gonna aid one of you
I-
guys.
I have a. I don't think it works this way though. I do have a feat called Lie to Me, in which I use deception. I would be, in this case, lying to convince.
Just because I think I know the feat, but just for clarification for my sake, this would be a deception in lieu of diplomacy,
Yes.
as is the wording.
If
Then
I
I'll
can,
allow it.
I have to specifically engage in a conversation. So I would have to say shit, and I'm prepared to say shit because I have a big fucking mouth.
Me too.
Yeah, And my deception is higher than my perception. Yeah, that is true. So I can use it.
Could-
Mhm. And this only works if we have a back and forth dialogue.
So the question is, are we going to have Aki make the role of the group and everyone aids Aki? Or do you want to do it the other way with Hiro? This will be based off Aki's deception if they're doing lie to me, as opposed to diplomacy. But everyone else would still need to make a diplomacy check.
That's very fair.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. So it sounds like that's the method we're doing, if I'm hearing this correctly. Am I correct on that?
We can.
could-
It doesn't really matter to me because my diplomacy is pretty high, but like I wouldn't get to like 30 by myself. I think the highest I would get would be 28.
Okay. Cool.
So-
Cool. So
Okay.
then,
You do
Let's
have
do-
one more higher than me. The highest I could get on either diplomacy or deception is a 27.
Yeah, we should do hero.
You should hear, yeah.
okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So everyone, I want everyone but Hiro to roll a diplomacy check. If you get basically the DC for your level, I'm gonna consider that a success. And depending on how much success you get, I'm gonna give that bonus to relevant bonus to them for the roll. Aubrey, what was your diplomacy check?
That is a 14. I don't think that's enough.
Oh, one shy. No.
Yeah.
Question.
Yes.
Could I attempt to use my sailing lore again to assist with this? Because Jason Faustarulo was not a pirate king, but definitely a pirate or sailing the,
He was
the
a
world
warlord of the
seas,
sea.
a warlord of the sea,
He was
and
a-
helping this information get to Hero, like to sing as this ukulele gently weeps.
You are, first of all, awesome reference on that song. So yes, I'm gonna allow that. Yes, 100%. You can make your sailing lore, and everything else is a good argument too. But BB King or what's it? Honey Rivers doesn't matter.
Well, thankfully, because of that, I got a 16.
16. Okay. Okay. So that is a +1 to the roll. Makai, what's your check?
I'm sorry, I tried to think of like a cool speech to give, but time for that. 20. I got a 20.
20.
I got a 20.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So okay, I'll make that a +2. So a total of +3. Aki, what's your roll?
23.
23. Okay, cool. So, Fee, you get to make a diplomacy check, right? With all the bonuses you normally have, and whatever that is, you get to add another 4 points to that roll. Okay.
Okay. All right, guys. Wish me luck.
You got this, baby.
What do I need to get?
The total DC,
Yeah.
that's a weird noise. The total DC has to be a 30.
What is it? What is it? What is
I
it?
got a 30
On the dot.
on the dot.
Let's go.
Let's freaking go.
Let's
Okay.
go!
So you all start talking to Jason of House Rulo, one of the grandest firebrands to be struck down so passionately by a fellow rival and friend. And he looks at this little ukulele, so innocent, so little, so full of promise. And he looks at the people carrying it and talking to him about it. And you can see his mind rolling. Adventure, the innocence of young love and dancing and passion and sweat, the wonder of the future. And he looks at the ukulele and he goes, all right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get up in this ukulele, but by 5 years time, you gotta get a guitar, boy. Okay, because this is mid. I'm gonna start this off, but like we gotta get a guitar later. So Jason, who is, I don't know what mental image I'm getting in my head that has his giant curly mustache, but he
Yeah, I
curls
was
it
wondering where that came from.
because I didn't want to pull Jason Derulo exactly. So it's like this weird fantasy thing. So he jumps right into the ukulele. You see this ukulele start to hover like a haunted possession. You can even feel the whole room start to get dire cold. Your hair is standing on the back of your neck. You can see your breath heavy like a cloud in your face. You're getting violently chilled until this ukulele starts to rise. It ignites in green fire, and then it drops to the ground. And looking around, you realize that you just haunted the whole room and there is just ice sheen everywhere, and there's like shadows frozen in time on the wall, and there's Morrow who's just like, that was the freaking coolest thing ever.
That was pretty sick.
That was so
it was
cool.
pretty cool. It was,
It was
yeah.
pretty fucking metal.
Right?
So-
Is this like a crime or anything in Absalom? I really probably should have asked this first.
Yeah, we really should have cleared this up.
Fine.
Morrow just goes, it's
Fine.
not a crime in Geb. You consent, babe
There we go.
consent, it's all good.
It's true. It's true.
I have a question as a player, like in general, because I don't know, like I kind of want to make this a thing. Can multiple things be trapped in, or like bound to like one thing? Like could
No, you cannot put Mr. Worldwide in
No,
there alongside.
No, but
Jason
well, kind
Derulo.
of. I wanted to ask, like, as a thing, like as a gimmick throughout, like these
Yeah.
like plot lines, could Hero try to collect like these
Oh
musicians
my
into his
God.
musicians?
Now, here's-
Hero.
Here's the reality. Here's the reality. Rules is written, no. But I love collectible side quests. So, and this is open up to everyone in this group. If you have a theme like this that you want, please send me a private message afterwards. I'd love to just send you a small idea I had from this moment on. And this is the beginning. So unfortunately, Fee, no discussion. This is how it's going to work from now on. If you can find the ghost of a performer and somehow convince them to join your cause, whether it's by a competitive performance, a quest, whatever, you can add their soul to this instrument. But again, House Rulo said, you got to get a guitar. So eventually you have to get a guitar or else you'll leave the instrument. Now, this right now, and this is way too much, but why not? Let's get silly with it. This is now a +1 striking ghost touch ukulele.
Delicious.
Battle
We'd
loop.
love to see it.
Battle
That's
loop.
so good.
It's a battle
battle
loop
loop.
+1.
Battle uke.
Striking.
Battle uke.
Oh God. Okay,
You know
cool.
what? All of a sudden, I'm very glad I had an instrument.
So with that, I'm going to ask for everyone to make a roll for how the necromancy class went. Morrow is looking at all of you like, you are the best students I have ever had. Most of my students are dead. So, you know, it's kind of like taking a language and you speak the language at home. So they're cheating. But this is amazing.
Can I do a vibe check of the rest of the classroom? Because I would really like to know what all of the other students were doing as we were summoning Jason Derulo.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you after you make your study check.
Okay.
Or study roll.
I got a 21 with my occultism.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
I got a natural 20 with religion.
All right.
I'm gonna use
27.
my hero point because I don't accept this role for this class. That's a dirty 20.
That is a 17 for me.
I think it would be appropriate if I use sailing lore still.
I'd say so.
It got us into this mess. Might as well, right?
Yeah, I mean it would be the same modifier as my other ones, but I think it's very appropriate. So it's 22.
Okay. Yeah.
I do want to, if we get like another side tangent for this, because Alwyn went so heavy on the sailing lore, which is something that he got from his background. Could I like do some stuff with the background of him maybe unlocking something he didn't quite remember?
With sailing lore?
My sailing lore is +6.
Okay, but this like because the sailing lore, you want to see if you can potentially unlock a memory.
Yes, because this lore specifically is from my background, which Aldwin's background is time traveler.
Okay, so first things first.
Yes.
You're all leaving the room. You've done a tremendous job, by the way. When time comes to take your semester final, you're probably going to kick the crap out of this class's semester final.
Let's go.
We'll see what happens. Right now, the bonuses look very good. As you're leaving, Fee, Hiro kind of like catches the vibe of everyone else in the room. They all look like they have seen a ghost because they have, and they just witnessed a haunting and a possession of an item, of a token. They are ecstatic and genuinely terrified. And Morrow is just ecstatic. They cannot stop. Thumbs up everywhere. Like, this is the best day of skeleton life. This is so cool. So, and Alden, as you're leaving class,
Mm-hmm.
you're just kind of thinking about the visions you saw when Jason of House Rulo was being this amazing pirate prince of the Firebrands alongside of Mr. Worldwide, and then you all of a sudden get this weird chill that runs from your cheeks down through your stomach, carrying all the way from your spine and then down into your toes. So just all the way through your body, everything goes cold, and then you have this moment, this realization. All you can hear is a voice shouting, "No! Grab him! Get him away!" And you don't remember anything about that. You don't know what it's in reference to. You don't know where it's coming from. But this sound of a voice screaming to get them away kind of seems to come back with these rushing sound of water. At least you think it's water. Something's rushing. And that memory hits you full force all at once.
That would definitely just like all the wind's demeanor was also as the same as Marl, just like hyped as all hell, and then just like stops in the tracks and then looking around for whoever's yelling this. And I mean, obviously doesn't see anything, but they're just like, it's gonna kind of like rub their arms as like suddenly they're very cold, and it's like, okay, that's a future Alden problem, I think. I'm just gonna keep walking on for now.
Okay. As everyone is leaving and getting ready for the night, Aubrey, you run into Poppy from the fanfic class club, and they kind of bump into you, and they go, "Oh, hi. It's nice to see you. Hi."
You too. I haven't had the time to go back since all of that happened. Is everything good? You're both okay?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm doing okay. Beatrice is really kind of taking this and running with it. You know what I mean?
In a good way or a bad way?
Well, passion is always a great thing, but she is kind of
A little over the top?
yeah. And she is coming up with a lot of very interesting stories and a lot of wild accusations.
What kind of accusations?
Oh gosh. She thinks that the staff is summoning demons for like guards. She thinks that Absalom is summoning demons to get rid of overpopulation. She thinks maybe the student she kicked out tried to kill her with the demon possession thing.
I mean, that's not possible, right?
I mean, I honestly, like all the things we learn here, I wouldn't be surprised if someone knew how to summon a demon just because they learned it in class. But I don't think that's really. As president of the fanfic club, enjoyed the fun of romantic stipulations and postulations. She wasn't the kind that wanted to kill anybody.
I mean, people can do strange things like sometimes, especially when, I don't know, it doesn't sound like it was amicable when she left.
I mean, you might be right. I stopped
is
talking to her.
Yeah, she's still in Absalom?
Oh, probably. Yeah, I think she got a job somewhere, working at a tavern.
Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe I can. I mean, do you name what she looked like? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I can convince my friends to head to some taverns.
Yeah. Well, her name is Eden. She's a dwarf. I think she might like some of your friends. Think you both will get along like a house on fire. She's a very smart woman. Her name is Eden Einher. She's a dwarf. She likes to really kind of, when she's not writing the story, she likes to kind of tinker in her workshop.
So she doesn't do magic or anything. She like makes stuff.
Yeah. No, she ain't magical. No, she makes things. She actually made my backpack. And that's how I got into making things too. Because I don't do magic, but I like science. I like how things work.
No, I mean that's fair. I mean, my dad did a bit of both sometimes, magic and science. It's weird.
Oh, so have I heard of your dad? Anything he's done?
Gosh, in the name Crestwell Doyle ring a bell? I mean, he's kind of important in Taldor.
Cresswell Doyle is your father?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love it. I love his work on Arcano reflexible gear springs. The man's basically taken down any form of flying material timelines from 5,000 years to 200 by himself. He has perfected shortwave teleportation circles and technology. He's amazing. That's your dad?
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm sorry to gush. I'm sure you have
It's
plenty
okay.
of other things to do.
I think we just finished classes. I think we're gonna, I don't know, whenever that host thing is gonna happen, we'll do that.
Oh, at the host club. Yeah, I might stumble in there. I just need to get my head out of everything that's been going on. So I'll see you there,
That's
okay,
fair.
girl?
Yeah,
See you there.
yeah, see ya.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
And she skips away, and you notice her backpack that she talked about. It looks like the steampunkiest backpack you've ever seen. Very steampunky.
Oh yeah.
Cute.
All right, so the sun fades and the entire campus comes to light. Bioluminescent mushrooms, trees, illusion magic, mundane streamers and lanterns all over. In this pitch black night with the stars above, there is more light on the ground below, magical light of colors. You can see illusions, made by magicians and wizards working their entire 4 to 5 year time at this college. You see like illusions of people going like, almost like neon signs, like, will you go out with me? Will you go out with me? Or like, marry me, Cindy. Marry me, Cindy. That kind of thing all over the place. Music is playing. Psycho, the Fae party goat, is out and about. Everyone is giving the ballerinas a lot of space. And from there, the host club has a bunch of signs telling you basically how and where to go to the host club. The host club itself normally used to look like this first of all, very cute, very kitschy, nice ambiance kind of cafe. It has now, with great magics and care, grown to this massive structure, almost like a tower within the school. And you can just see a bunch of fey lights and colors coming off of it, and high elves, Eladra, and all sort of fey creatures going, hello and welcome. Now, I guess the question is, how are you getting ready for tonight's festivities? And what do you do on the way to the host club?
I go and pick up my best friend.
And Aurora is very, very decked out. She usually looks pretty good, but she looks very good. She's put work. She, has wearing a nice dress and everything.
Greta has their hair up. They're wearing a light pink shirt with the sleeves rolled up. No gloves today. They're kind of sort of embracing their scaly ass hands, and a little bow tie on top of that. And like a nice long maxi skirt.
I want to give Pebble also a bow tie.
Hell yeah!
Let's give Pebble a bow tie.
Hell yes! Let's do this.
Hero will actually put effort into how he looks, since he is picking up the most pretentious of students he has ever met. So he will actually be in high-waisted dress slacks, and the shirt will be kind of tucked in with a little jacket over it, and he will wear gloves. In one hand, he will hold a little box where he has scribbled Naga on it. And then in the other one, he has I wouldn't call it a bouquet, but he has picked the most loveliest of wildflowers he could find on school campus, because he forgot to buy flowers. So he's these will do. But he made sure that none of them were wilting. And then he haphazardly tied a bow around it, as much as I don't know, any messy boy can tie a bow tie around it. And he stands in front of the Saranai's door and knocks timidly to see if his date will make an appearance. I mean, yeah, he'll be oh my god, if he stood me up. It's like
I think
muttering
that
to
all the way to
himself.
his
that
house.
we gotta jump over to Sarnai then. Sarnai, what are you doing to get ready for tonight?
Sarnai already actively dresses up for school. He's just a very well-kept lad. However, you have not seen the levels of well and kept that Sarnai has to offer. You have not understood the budget yet. You cannot even grasp the budget. But the best way to put it is they come from money. So they might as well use it, right? And so Sarnai has a very well fitted suit. We're going with like it's black and velvet red, under coat vibes, like one of those things with really nice embroidery going up. We're not going too. No, actually, we are. We're going a little bit like perhaps this is what the nobles of Cheliax kind of wear, but Sarnai just happens to be a better noble of coming from a better house in Cheliax, and we got a lot of that gold and silver horn jewelry going on. Sarnai has like one curled horn, and the other one is not. It's like asymmetrical. So the curled horn has like all these nice drapey jewels, and the asymmetrical one just has a nice little stud in it and stuff. Obviously makeup is good. We're on point. We're doing
Delicious.
nice things. We're gonna wear those, those like really nice, like they're sort of like worn like rings, but it's meant for just the finger. We got some of those on. And then Naga has a little
Please tell me about my queen.
Yes, Naga has matching horn jewelry for her horns, and one little sort of similar to like one of those drapey circlets for her head. She got a little one like that. We have done her nails. We've done her teeth, just proper Naga hygiene has been happening. She's looking super cute because she is super cute, but like it's way more simple than whatever the fuck Sarnai's got going on, which just, if you've seen isekai webcomics, and when the lead has just all these ridiculous overabundant fancy dresses, that's what we're going for. We're going for lush. We're
Delicious.
going
God.
for over the
We love
nine.
to see it.
We're going for this is my fantasy at 1:40 in the morning.
Got it.
Putting
Oh,
on the
no.
motherfucking
Okay.
bits, baby.
So
PJ,
do you open the door? Do you open the door when you hear
Of
the
course,
knocking?
yeah. Once I hear the knock, I will open the door
Okay.
and look down because you're shorter than me.
Oh,
You are very shorter.
Fee, what were you gonna say?
I'm not that much shorter than you.
I'm like 6'9", but I'm wearing heels.
kind of.
So I'm 6'9" without the heels.
This is probably
Alright.
more for PJ as a DM if you ever want to do something with that or not. But Hero is wearing his family crest kind of hidden, but it is on the jacket, which is like a crescent moon hugging a son of like his family. I'm not sure if anybody will recognize it, but I'm just giving you that information.
I have heraldry, lore. Am I allowed to
Lord.
recognize it?
Oh my god.
That's up to PJ. That I don't know.
We'll say
If-
yes, but the DC will be a lot harder because it's not local to Chiliax. PA can probably figure something out. Yeah.
Is it local to Absalom? Because I'm from there too.
No, this is from a different land.
Oh, different land. Ooh.
Spicy.
Mm.
I just imagine that Aurora's dress has lots of stars on it.
Okay.
Cute.
I kind of imagine it like a super cute. They said you're dressing up better than usual. Is it like a very nice cocktail dress, almost like a prom,
Or is it like a
homecoming
Lolita dress?
Yeah, it was like a
My,
Lolita dress.
and my brain was almost going Lolita dress. Yeah.
very
Yay! And then
nice.
like
Yeah,
with
yeah.
all the stars. Oh, that must be so
Mm.
cute, and their little ruffles.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god, yeah.
Aurora
Yeah,
is definitely
goodness
the kind of person to
gracious.
be into ruffles.
Yeah.
24
24.
for me.
Okay. So you look at it and it's not a family house that you've seen before, but you can kind of tell from the way it's designed that it has to be somewhere far to the east of here. Excuse me. That being said, Dusty, please describe Aldwin and what he's wearing, and do you want to get ready?
I think Aldwin's has spent most of the rest of the afternoon / evening actually kind of just like baking to get their mind off stuff. And so they kind of reworked this recipe that they have from an old book. And so they made these for all their friends, these deep blue, uh, slightly salted sweet buns.
Oh,
And then they're gonna wrap them up in like this like nice little parchment paper with like little ribbons around them. Um, because of that, though, they're actually just going to be like running out the door. They put on slippers, but really like they have their nicer Kafka, that's not singed or water damaged or anything like that. Um, but yeah, just like quick ruffle of the hair, not even combing it, and just kind of like rushing off to just meet everyone there.
So I believe Grit has said they were basically going to rally you all together, and then I imagine Grit is probably meeting you somewhere in the quad as you're on the way, and then you all kind of form one collective presence going to the host club. And the host club owns and operates their own cafe called the Orange Sonata, kind of like the like
Frank Sonata.
Yeah, of course. You know this club right now. The president is a kinku, the bird. I'm sorry, tengu, a tengu.
Nope, that's not what you said. It's kinku now.
Kinku is a different system.
Too late.
It's a tengu named Tomoe Inahime, and she is just the biggest, delightful tengu bird you've ever met, and she greets everyone, and she's wearing very formal dress from her nation. She's bowing greatly, and she says, "Welcome, everyone. Thank you for coming to the Orange Sonata. I hope you have a wonderful romantic time. Remember, life and a journey is all an adventure of both romance, passion, and, well, just the things that happen in every day-to-day life. If you keep your eyes and your heart open, you never know what amazing miracles of love that'll just happen in small doses. So please keep your eyes open, everyone." And she just makes this really adorable pose. You see a bunch of men that work in the host club wearing a matching uniform, which is a purple and orange suit and tie with white gloves. You see a very, very tall, very broad, big chested, big shouldered, literal golden retriever standing upright. You see a gnome with kind of a very handsome and soft, but kind of a boy next door kind of vibe about him. You see this other guy with like eyeliner and dark hair, all spiky and edgy and aggressive, and his eyes are just kind of like this bright, piercing yellow. You don't even see like the iris. The whole thing is like a bright, piercing yellow. And they kind of have these name badges, right? So the big golden retriever is named Gwendol. The kind of skinny, emo, sensitive one is named Koraz. And the boy next door, gnome-looking fellow, is named Bolin. And they're there to be, and they kind of like bow and they say, "Greetings, welcome to the Orange Sonata." The golden retriever is like, "Greetings, welcome to the Orange Sonata. It's great to see you.
It's great to see you too.
Go, it's awesome to see you. Thank you for coming. I hope you have a magical time. We have normally we only have like 3 seating areas, but since we made a Fey portal, we have over 20. So if you want to have any experience, please let Gwendol know. Do you want romantic beachside, top of a mountain, battlefield adjacent? Let us know, and we're gonna give you the most romantic evening you can possibly have."
They all sound so nice. Rory, you pick.
is it just me, or does anybody want to give him head pats too?
Me too.
Yes, yes.
Is that an option? Can you just stay with us?
Everyone give me a perception check with a +2. The DC to beat is 17. It's
Perception.
Oh,
I
I
don't
can.
know.
No, I only get a 15.
oh no, 18.
28.
20. Okay.
What kind
So-
of head pads do you give?
So Sarnai, looking at Gwendol, the massive little golden retriever human, you see his like golden furry eyebrows kind of arch up and his big brown eyes go wide when you say I want to pet his head, and he's like, yeah. And then Greta, you notice his tail wagging like crazy behind his uniform coat and tails. His golden retriever tail is just going like this, and he goes, I mean, if you want to do a head pet, I am here to make sure you have a very romantic evening. And then he kind
I
of
want to
slowly
roll.
starts-
I want to roll. I want to roll so bad to give him head pads. Please, please let me roll to
I
give
would
him head
not.
pads.
You're like standing right beside me, so I would just be like, if you'd like to give him a head pat, he seems quite into it.
I'll just give him head pats.
And before Hero goes and touches another man, he's still on a somewhat front date. He does take Sarnai's hand and does the royal hand kiss, which is when you like kiss your thumb, because he does not know how Sarnai reacts to actual skin contact, so he wants to be respectful. So he bows a little and kisses the hand and is like, I'll be right back. And then he like runs over to the puppy dog house, and he's
So,
like, I'm here
this
to
is-
give head pats.
This is like how to. He's a big boy. He's like
He's a big
6'8". He's like easily 280. The dude is a massive dude.
So
but
massive.
when you're like when you go to like reach your hand up to head pet him, he takes his giant dog head and just like throws it into your hand and just starts going for it.
Good boy. Who's a good boy?
Oh
It
my
is
God.
Gwendol. Gwendol is a good boy.
Oh God, you're
Yes,
the
you,
goodness.
Yes, you
are.
yes, you are, Gwendol. You're such a good boy.
I'm a good boy. I work so hard and I'm so happy. I hope
Oh,
you all
you
have
are.
a wonderful. No, Gwendol, don't bark. You're not supposed to bark. I want to give you guys a great night tonight. Oh my God.
Well, if you want to give me a great night, then how about you just stay real close and keep
Okay.
an eye on us?
I can do
Oh,
that.
that'd be wonderful. Thank you, Gwendol.
Sure. I got your scent. I know exactly where you are. Okay.
Fun.
Gwendol accepts these people. I'm going to make sure that your romantic evening is the most magical ever. So please, right this way. What room would you like to go to? You can all have the same room, or you can have a different room.
What is your favorite room? I mean, what is your favorite room?
Yeah, I was gonna ask the same thing.
Oh wow. Well, no one's asked me my favorite room. Well, since we got the Fey portal open, I like what I call the light room. It's a Fey forest with a bunch of really pretty lights that are inside the flowers. And it smells really good too. I also like the cabin room, because it reminds me of this cabin I used to go to with my Shuni family. It's got a fireplace and a window, and it's always snowing outside.
That sounds like a spot I used to stay with my dad with.
Oh, it's so great. So it's the cabin room it's the best room. Any other rooms? Any other vibes that you like?
Hero is like too smitten, but in like the puppy dog way, not like in the like, romantic, but like just so smitten that he just like stares starry-eyed. So he won't be able to like
Yeah.
formulate words, but everybody else should please take over.
I mean, if
because-
we're all going
Uh,
to the same
y'all-
room, the cabin sounds nice.
Heaven does sound nice.
Y'all have not seen Greta this focused on anything except a fight.
Oh, all right. Cabin room it is. I'm gonna take you. Hold on. Hey, boss lady, I'm gonna take them to the cabin room. And Tomoe just kind of smiles, goes, "Okay, have a good time and do your best, Gwendol." And he goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna do my best." And so he kind of, this gigantic just muscle house just kind of starts acting like a cow catcher and just knocks everyone out of the way and his tail is just doing the rest of the work for him as you just going left and right. He finally takes you to this room, and it's just a door in the middle of a random hallway. He twists it, and as he twists it, there's this massive cabin. It's way too big for this space. And you're seeing, first of all, you can smell rich cedar wood in the air with a little bit of potpourri and spice. It almost smells like every holiday you've ever had, the good ones where love was in the air and peace was just a blanket. It's very warm. It's not choking. It's cozy like a blanket again. Warm, cozy. The smell is heavenly. There's a massive tree in the corner, probably been cut from outside, a fireplace with trophies and beautiful art all over a rich wooden cabin wall. There are 3 major windows that look out into, one looks out into a morning, one looks out to mid-afternoon, and one looks to deep night. And no matter which window you look out, there's a beautiful snowfall, a heavenly blanket of white snow and white, just little white soft teardrops of snow coming from the sky, just landing like pellets. There's a massive feast of food and like spiced rum and mead and ale and liquor on this massive table for you. Everything is for your perusal to have as you want. Massive, big, comfy chairs all over this place. And Gwendol says, okay, this is my favorite one. Sometimes I like to lay by the fire and just cuddle.
And just cuddle and take a nap?
Yeah. You have taste.
No, during like the really cold winters, me and my dad, we would like to sit there like all day, and then we would sharpen our swords and polish our shields, and then like they'll lay back to back and just follow each other. Oh, it was so good.
Yeah. Oh, Gwendol likes that. Sounds good. Okay,
Gwendol,
I gotta go.
Do you want to go, or do you want some belly scratches?
One belly scratch, and then I'll go.
Okay, one kleine belly scratch. Hero,
Okay. Be careful,
Hero
I'm
just
ticklish. I'm
goes-
ticklish. And he, like a dog, his foot is kicking, his tail is going, and then after that, he goes, okay. Stop! I gotta go to work. Okay. You all have a magical evening, and if you need anything, ring the bell, and I will come.
You'd be more magical with your smile here.
And like an actual, his dog snout just kind of has that dog smile, where their eyes light up. He goes, oh, thank you. But I gotta go. I gotta help other people with their magical evenings. Have a magical romantic night, everyone. And Gwendol just kind of closes the door.
I have a
Immediately.
player question.
Sure.
No, just in general with like the people that we meet and that we like form connections with of any kind, of good or bad or in kind of way. Is this a very nerdy reference? Is this kind of like Persona 5 where we like gain bonus points for like
Where we build a
befriending?
relationship with our friends.
Yeah, like kind of like, like I don't know, like not summoning in battle, but like, where we can like, I don't know, like like have them
This is
support
like,
us.
like the dating sim, where you
Kind
go
of,
on
but like without
dates
the
and-
dating, because
Yeah.
I don't want to like date him, just like where we can like
You
gain
we'll be
attributes.
best friends.
Yes.
Well, let me
Hey,
just say
Lore.
this. The more you run into them, the more any relationship would diegetically, bond and create. If you want to spend more time with Gwendol, go ahead and spend more time with Gwendol. It'll probably, maybe see what happens.
Okay. I just wanted to ask. Okay.
Uh,
Anyways, continue, Micaiah. You had something in mind for Greta.
Immediately as soon as he closes the door, I just turn to Hero. I'm gonna date him. I'm gonna date the shit out of him. He's so fucking cute. Are you kidding me? What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh Jesus. Somebody hold me. Oh, I'm gonna faint.
Hero supports Greta in her fainting and just like holds, and he's just like, I know. I have never. I mean, have you seen those? Have you seen those eyes?
Those eyes. They're
Those
so.
eyes. You just kind of just wanna. You
Dive
you
in
just
and
want to know.
swim.
You just want to. You just want to. You just want to. You ever seen something so cute? You kind of want to kill it. You just don't want to like.
Right?
You just
Like,
kinda,
I never understood that feeling until just now. I just want to take his face. I just want to take it like a melon and put it between my thighs and squeeze.
Smush it. Yes.
Well, I think that's a lot.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, yes.
I think Alwyn he's gonna go through his bag. He's like, well, I knew we were planning to have like a nice relaxing night, so I made all of these for you. And he's gonna hand them everyone like each one of these parcels.
Oh,
And I think the
thank
parchments actually
you.
kept the bun actually like nice, still warm and soft. And it's like this is an old recipe from my abuela wrote in my book. It's called Gem of the Sea. I had to kind of rework it a bit just because it usually would take much longer to make. But it's something warming. It's something that I used to make all the time when I was having, I wanted to relax, and I hope everyone likes it.
I love it already. Thanks, mate.
Hero's playful demeanor immediately falls away to something way more sincere, and he walks up to Alduin and like gives them a hug and like just whispers, just like, "Thank you," and like steps away. And then immediately that like playful demeanor is back, and he's like, "That was so nice of you. Thanks, man." And like eats it.
I'll be like, yeah, no, anytime. I would say it's gonna be kind of almost similar to pan de sal, where it's this very pillowy, soft bun with like salted like grains on top. So
I
Delicious.
rip mine in half and give one half of it to Naga.
I'll give a tiny bit of it to Pebble because Pebble is a small owl. Pebble doesn't need much.
Naga big girl. Naga need much.
See, but
Pebble,
here's the
when it
question:
comes
does
around.
Pebble really need anything?
I mean, I got him. I also got him a corsage as well. So
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna leave Pebble out of this. Are you fucking kidding me?
Pebble with a corsage.
and a bow tie.
Pebbles has the bow tie around his neck, but then like the corsage is kind of come off the side.
Big as his
and,
head.
and you see like Pebbles like a little owl, and then he just goes, "I'll leave a striking figure to always be remembered by." God.
Oh my god.
This owl of yours is so out of pocket.
So the night continues on. Some people lost in cheer and joy kind of break into your room on accident, and then Gwendol just kind of rushes like a linebacker, goes, "That's not your magical evening," and then just like knocks him away.
I love him so much.
Yes.
I want to keep him.
He comes back with a big smile. "Sorry guys, they got curious. I'm gonna close the door." And he closes the door. And the night continues. Eventually, you're invited to either leave the room after you've had your share of amazing alcohol, wonderful food, companionship. You can leave. They have dancing competitions. They're doing poetry competitions. You have to read poetry to someone you love or say something very sweet, romantic to somebody. And it's not about who has the best one. It's about like how many people on stage accept the romance being given to them. And if there's enough people, everyone gets a prize. And all these kind of events are going on. And throughout the night, everything's fine until eventually the colors start to fade. Like when the lantern gets dim and you start seeing people kind of touch their stomachs and check their heads. Some people just pass out entirely, just drop. Some people shakily sit down. And a few others just kind of go, I don't feel right. Nothing's
You
wrong.
don't feel so good.
Are we also feeling this?
Everyone give me a willpower save.
Fucking Faye. That's all I want to say. Fucking Faye. I'm metagaming this
we knew
part.
it.
Fucking Faye.
Well,
I'm using my other hero point, by the way. I refuse to be.
yeah, I guess I have a hero point, so I'm gonna use that.
I'm gonna use a hero point because
Well, no.
I'm
I
only
got a
being
5
saved
on
by
my first
high-ass
roll
mod.
and a
Natural
4
20,
on my second
bitches.
oh no.
Hey,
roll. This
let's
is a
go.
12.
Natural 20.
For the record, I want to say I rolled a natural 1, which is why I used my hero point, because there's no fucking fuck you, Faye. Fuck the Faye. man.
I
Yeah.
I have a 19.
19. Okay, natural 20. 19. Aubrey, what was yours?
12.
12.
Oh no.
Dusty, what's yours?
I got 25.
25. Good. All right, Makai, what's yours?
This is favorite.
21.
21. Okay, so everyone here except for Aki has the sickened 1 condition.
Oof,
Now,
yikes.
unfortunately, it's a little worse. Aubrey, not only do you have sickened 1 like everyone else, you've also lost a spell slot. But that
Okay.
means you're
Cool.
all out of spell slots, and that means you got cantrips left. That's it.
I only used one spell slot today, so I would have one spell slot left.
All right. Yeah, you start realizing something has been tampering with your magical access. Everyone that's been passing out around you after a quick and tertiary investigation, everyone who's been getting hit the worst by this are magic casters. They're saying they don't feel good. They feel sick. They feel weak. They feel deluded. They can't access magic. Some of them can't even access cantrips. All the people that they feel like they're not quite well, but they're standing pretty strong. They're more the martial people of the class, the fighters, the swashbucklers. And it's at that point where Tomoe, it's not hard to see that she's a little panicked. She's a Tengu. She's basically a giant crow, and she's squawking, and you can see some of her feathers going everywhere. And she starts gathering her boys together, and she starts moving them back to the kitchen. You see Gwendol, Koraz, and Bolin just getting pushed off there, and Gwendol's kind of looking like ears up, dog perk, like something's not right. Yes, Aki.
I have a flavor text thing. I would like to say, Nat 20 mechanics aside, Sardai is unfazed by this due to vigorous training and upbringing. This is nothing that someone who grew up with 2 Hell Knights wouldn't be able to handle. And despite being a heavy magic user, I happen to have a thick ass constitution and a thick ass. So
Hot.
Sarnai will simply get up, feel something, and just go, rather weighty. You all not looking great.
Yeah, maybe it was too much to drink.
Oh wait, no.
Would now be a
Really
good
shouldn't have
time.
had that extra glass.
Would now be a good time to summon Jason of House Derulo to have him sing What You Say.
No.
Makai, you have your hand raised. What's up?
So I took the background thingy, Cinder Soul, which basically allows me to try and recover from poisons, like simple poisons and other things, easier. Would I try and use that now or later?
You can, I'll say this right now, you can feel that this effect is not poisonous. This is something different. Because again, like noticing how it's affecting people who it's affecting, this is a little more complicated.
Makes sense.
So yeah, you can see Tomoe. You can't quite hear her unless you really focus your ears on what she's saying. But she's kind of having this like panic, with her 3 boys. Everyone else is just very confused and weak, and then kind of laying in their respective booths, as you can just literally see the magic itself from the Fae in this world just start to kind of slowly drain itself to a shadowy husk.
Wonder this isn't bothering me much. It just reminds me of home. I'm gonna.
That's not good.
I'm gonna lay
That's
down.
quite terrible.
I don't think that's a good idea. We should probably start moving out
Okay.
and getting people out of here.
Someone's
Hero with
help.
consent seem like, because it seems as if Aurora is more affected by this than Grida, correct?
That's a safe bet out of you.
Right?
lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
He will go up to Aurora and then like kind of piggyback her, because clearly she is like a no, if with consent obviously, but like he'll like piggyback her so she doesn't have to walk, since he is not as affected by it.
Could I make a really quick vibe check of the place in general? Because
Sure,
the way you're describing it, it's like siphoning our magic. All the lights are going out. I want to see. I'm also aware that the Feywild is just jacked with magic. So I guess what I would like to vibe check is specifically what is jacking us out of our magic. Like if I could like hone in on a source, that would be like really cool.
Yeah, give me if you want general vibage, you can do an occult check. If you want more specific vibage, you can give me a primal check.
I will do the occult check, if that's okay, if I can jump on this, and then you can do the other one?
Are you sickened 1 though?
Everyone is sick in 1 but Aki.
Yeah. The sickened one affects skill checks too, right?
It
Yeah,
affects
it gives you a
everything.
minus
Yeah.
Yeah,
one. for
everything. It's a -1 to everything. That's what I was thinking.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, that doesn't affect it too much.
Yeah, no,
but-
no, no, yeah. I'm just
Okay.
double checking to make sure I'm
Yeah.
not the only one not sickened.
No, I'm still sick.
If there's time, I want to start going around to like some of the more stronger students, the buff boys, the buff girls, and the buff thems, and just sort of give them a rundown of like, hey, you know, something's going on. The magic students, the casters, we're not feeling too hot. If you could sort of like help us, you know, get some of the frailer ones out, that'd be a real big help.
Yeah, give me a diplomacy check to kind of start rallying the people. Aki, you had your finger raised. What's up?
I got 25 on my occultism check.
I got occultism. Okay.
I got a dirty 20 on my occultism.
Okay, dirty 20.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself before I do this to cancel out the -1, and that's an 18, 23.
Nice. Okay, cool. All right, so let's go with information first and then action second. So Aki, Sarnai's knowledge of the occult and the Fae, you know, and kind of the first world and all these extraplanar chaotic forces tells you that there is some things that work in a sort of meta-literal sense, right? So sometimes the Fae, it's like, I'm going to take your nose, and they do like the stupid thumb trick, right? And then sometimes they say, I'm going to take your nose, and they Voldemort your ass, right? So what you can only assume is that this place is dying because someone took the magic out of this place, because they literally took the magic out of this place.
So it would be super, super great to get the fuck out, right? That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, but you and Hiro, your role would also kind of tell you this information too. If they took the magic out of this, it's because the magic is now kind of a meta-literal physical thing. There is someone actually has all the magic that they just took out of this place. So you should probably get out of here, prevent any more magic suckage, but
Yeah,
you
that's
should
what I
probably
mean.
find the person who stole all your magic.
Yeah. Sarnai will relay this in simply going, there's some goddamn bitch here stealing everyone's magic.
That's
We should,
You
we should
hear
take-
that, Pebble? I think you get to find something.
that's wild.
No, Aurora, shut up. Do shut up. you are delusional, as
We-
you are
We
sapped
should
of magic.
we should get you out of here.
We should get everyone out of here
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
I guess it gets some magic left.
Don't worry, I'm working. We're trying to get people to help start getting people out.
Mhm.
So Pebbles, when everyone's like, shut up, Aurora, Pebbles is like, suddenly Pebbles like does the first affectionate thing and rubs his head along your head, and he goes, grudges last forever. Let them be impolite for a night. I got you. Just laughing. So as I guess the only affection we got from him so far. Greta, as you do the whole thing, like, we gotta get everyone out of here, right?
Right.
2 of them go, I don't know. I don't think I can stand. And then suddenly a voice in the back goes, you're gonna bloody stand, and you're gonna shut up and do like the lady says. And you see Lannis like already with a wizard over his shoulder going, the lady gave a goddamn order. Knees to chest, you son of a bitch. We ain't got time to argue. And he just grabs one on the floor and just starts like trauma buddy pulling them out of the place. And with that, like a few of the fighters and champions and barbarians look at Lanny, they look at you, and they go, all right, ma'am. Point us in direction. We'll do what you say, man. Do what you say, ma'am.
All right, focus on the young ones first. The upperclassmen, I'm sure it's a bit harsh to say this, but they've had their shot. We got to focus on the young. You get what I'm trying to say. I'm about to vomit if I say any more words to you. Common sense, use it.
Yeah. So they start going, and they start picking up everyone. Lannis like puts it in his head, looks to you, and he goes, Greta, don't slow down on me. Let's see how many you can pull out. And then you see Lannis just kind of duck outside again.
When I'm sure no one's looking, I blow him a kiss. Not because I'm embarrassed, but I know that he would be embarrassed.
Oh yeah.
I thought you were saying when no one's looking, I just vomit behind a table.
Oh, I don't care if people see that.
Really fast. Aki, what's up?
I'm simply saying, just because we're getting everyone out and everyone's going out, I would like to leave near the end since I'm, in terms of the party wise, I'm the healthiest. I would also, I have regained my focus point, so I will be using another focus spell, and I'm gonna evolution surge my Naga, and I'm specifically picking granting her imprecise sense for up to 30 feet, as I'm making sure everybody leaves, but I'm also just trying to get a heads up if something starts like gunning for us.
Okay. Really fast. Feet. Yes.
Yes, I want to, and I'm not sure if this is how it works, but maybe you will give me points for trying. Can I use the combined power of kind of like occultism and my now haunted ukulele by Jason Derulo to like in some kind of way kind of scope out where the magic is going, kind of like a focus point kind of thing, by maybe like strumming the ukulele and then together with his intuition of danger and adventure.
The great.
I do have detect magic too.
That would
Oh,
also
perfect.
be a
So do
great
I.
way to do that.
Yeah,
If
it's
you
just
guys
be like-
all want to,
I
you can all just start using detect magic.
I don't know.
cantrip.
Y'all are great with detecting magic. I was hoping to end this episode on a Jason Derulo note.
I think we hit the Rulo well pretty hard today.
Yeah.
So absolutely, everyone is rushing people out of there. Dusty, really fast, yeah.
I had a kind of more direct approach. I kind of just wanted to send out message to just like to anyone that would be here. It's like, hey, who the fuck stole all the magic?
Okay, so kind of a general all call.
Yeah.
That's very
So-
fair.
With the general all call, detect magic, getting people out, you finally get this response. It's like a big spike, and you hear this voice that just goes,
I don't know what talking is about. I just came and took what was mine, and everything else is it's mine. You could
Oh
not
my
have
god,
it.
it's Gollum.
Not cool, dude. Not cool.
That was a lot.
Aurora, casting
Mhm.
detect magic, you feel that there is a presence that is very, very heavy of magic, not too far away. It's very small, but there's this massive aura. It's probably about maybe 30 feet outside down the road.
Just feel like it's that way.
And
That's the person.
This is
with,
outside.
with Aurora on his back, Hero very much, I guess, like a horse starts trotting towards the direction that she pointed in.
Sure. Really fast, Makai, I think I saw you trying to say something a few
Yes.
times. Was there something you wanted to add really quick?
Oh, I was just gonna say I roll a 23 to start pulling people out of this building, but now I think I'm getting left behind.
It's quite all right. If you want to do a quick DH to see how many you pull out, we'll just say you do that quickly and then follow the crew when they're done. And we'll get a D8 in just a bit, retroactively, of course. So you follow Hero playing powerful horse as Aurora's in the back going, he's over there. And eventually you come across this, the best way to describe it would be a bipedal dachshund wearing very weird garish clothes and like goggles and like tattered brightly colored like 90s clothing almost, and they have this like burlap sack flung over their shoulder and they're kind of looking wild around.
Not cool. Not cool.
Are you people talking to my minds?
Using message again. Yeah.
No.
It's kind of.
That's
No, I
my
like
minds.
it.
It's my minds. I took it. It's my minds. It's mine. I took it. I took it though. It's mine.
But see, there's the part is that you weren't supposed to take it, so it's not yours. So if you could just return it back, that would be really useful and great. Otherwise, I will have to turn you into mulch.
Listen, we work with thieves, yes? So I took everything that was mine and everyone's else's. If you want me to get it back, I must take something else of equal value or more. Prefers more.
How how much does it mean to you? Like, what would be equal value?
I don't know. What do you have?
Okay, maybe.
Copious amounts of parental issues.
That does not sound desirable at all.
Well,
It
you don't
does
know.
build-
You don't
Oh,
it
know.
builds
we're more than
character.
happy to offload them.
Mm.
What is first of all, what is parental issues?
Exactly. If you got it,
It's
you
called
would know.
trauma.
Trauma,
No,
daddy
no, no,
issues.
no, none of the sorts really. It's a special trial given to a select few. We happen to be the chosen of the sorts of having said parental issues.
Seems
It
daddy
makes us
issues.
quite important actually. You may even call us have a main character syndrome, in which we also have an accumulative set of other things. It's a very big package. Would you like that?
So the little weird like dachshund looking creature goes,
Kirschkin would like to be main character. And
you like
syndrome
to be the main
sounds
character?
cool.
Yes, I'm using the lie to me trait now.
yeah,
By the way, we're going back and forth, so it works.
absolutely. Roll for me a deception check to convince this gremlin that he wants to take all of your trauma in exchange for all of the magic he just stole.
You guys have Jason Derulo. I have offloading this.
I have so many. Oh man, this is about. What the fuck just happened?
I mean, the Aldwin's okay, so it's fine.
Yeah, right. Like, look, I was like, this is gonna be fun. They're gonna either get a combat or like an RP, and it's just you're like, hey, we'll give you
Or
lifetime
trauma
of
for the magic.
For magic. This dumbass is probably gonna like go, yeah. What's the number?
23.
God damn it.
23.
Hold on, I need to double check the stats to make sure that's gonna work. 23. 23. Oh, he does not have a good wisdom.
I'll leave it 8 if I need to.
Do you want to roll aid? If you want to, you can all roll aid. I will allow that. This will be the last scene of today's episode. So if you want to go all in,
My
now's the
favorite
time.
part is that I don't think he can actually take the parental issues from us. This is
No.
hilarious.
We're gonna get something for nothing.
Wait, there's
what am I rolling,
a
diplomacy?
song called "Daddy Issues" by the Neighborhood. I would
Yep.
like to sing.
Only
Wanna hear
about
that
6
song?
seconds, because then it's a copyright problem.
And
rolling
what are we
diplomacy?
rolling?
You are rolling deception.
Deception.
I mean, that's a 13 because I have nothing for
Yeah,
deception.
I got a 14.
Okay. So
That's a
he's
16 for me.
16. Not bad. Okay, Fee, what is Hero's deception roll?
I should have done that before you asked me. 1 second. It is a perception, and it's an. Oh my god, I can't count. Wait, 1, 2, 3. It's a 17.
Okay.
Sorry, that
No,
was
no.
really embarrassing. My
No.
brain just short circuit
It's
for a
okay.
second.
I still have to do
Chill.
that every now and then. So
thank
you
God.
all look to Kirschkin, and you say like, "Oh yeah, no, totally. The familial trauma is great. It gives you so much power. It gives you so much character. Main character syndrome. It's the main character syndrome." And Kirschkin goes,
Yes. Yes, I think I'll take this. Kirschkin wants to be the main character.
and then he puts down the bag, opens it up, and suddenly the whole world is awash in colors and light and power. Your sickness is gone, your magic is back, everything's full. And then he takes a hand like out like this, and he just starts like grabbing, almost like peeling midair, almost like when someone tries to find an invisible spider web and they get it, they just kind of take it away. And with that, he kind of takes this sky, puts it into his bag and loads it up, and he, with a giant smile on his face, throws over his shoulder and he goes,
Oh, now it feels so complicated.
It
Kirschkin
feels quite
feels
complicated.
sad.
It does. Yes.
Mhm.
This is awful.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah.
Would you
sucks,
like
don't it?
something? Would you like something even better to make it
Yeah.
feel less awful? Because you are the main
Sure.
character, so you have to suffer a little bit now.
Yeah, I feel it.
This
My
is
is
a
my stomach supposed to hurt?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Only
but
when
if you
something
take a
bad's about to happen.
If you take like a massive shit, you'll be fine. Sorry, is gonna like take off an earring and just be like, here, look, now you have something shiny,
Oh.
and you're the main character.
Mhm.
Go do whatever you do.
Okay.
You know, go get some bitches.
Hit
Talk about your
bitches.
issues. All bitches love
Talk
a very good
issues.
broody main
Right.
character. You're perfect now.
Okay. Kurskin, main character with shiny bling bling. I
Mhm.
will get bitches,
Yes,
talk feelings.
of course.
I my chest hurts so much.
And Kurskin just kind of like his step is just belabored by the weight of all of your combined traumas as he just pops back off into the Fey world. Everything is great. And actually, for the rest of the night, you feel very happy. You feel joyful, elated, powerful, unstoppable. Jokes that would normally be offensive and angry and just hit you at your core suddenly go, yeah, whatever, I don't care. Yeah, whatever. Until, of course, the morning when you remember your entire family life and then all that comes rushing back. It's like,
right.
damn it, for one night. But for
We
one
got
night,
relief for one night.
for one night, you had love, you have dancing, the party kicks back, and
Fuck
Gwendol
therapy.
is coming back with 2 drinks, and he goes, I have been instructed to give you free booze. So we will party. I love you too, guys. This is my favorite night.
Oh my god, and you're my favorite person ever.
And that is where we're going to end episode 3 of Wayward Arcadium, the Valentine special. I had no idea Gwendol was going to take that much time, but thank you so much for playing with that big boy.
I love you, Gwendol. I'm gonna
Yeah.
marry you.
All right. Well, this is where we're going to say our goodbyes. Thank you so much for coming in. We're going to say who we are, where we can find ourselves, and we'll see you next time, starting off with Aubrey. Aubrey, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
I am Aubrey. You can usually find me on Mad Queen Cosplay. It's my personal Twitter. But you also find me as co-producer and GM of Goblets and Gays and Animama Giri. And I play Sawyer on Bring Your Own Mech. And next Monday, before this stream, you can actually catch me over on the Lost Caravan playing Vampire the Masquerade. So that's gonna be fun. And then that's about it for now.
Hey, I'm
For
excited to see
now.
Now.
that. Okay, next up, Aki, please and also thank you, Aki, for being an absolute champ. I know you've had a long day. Please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hello, I'm Aki. You can find me on Twitter at Akinomi_art for all of that good shit. I am also the other co-producer and player on Goblets and Gays and Aninama Giri. I also help co-produce well-seasoned stories. You can also find me on Bring Your Own Mech as I play Vim. You can also find me on The City That Never Dies as I play Darling. And on Fridays, you can catch my stream for more Pathfinder2e gay goodness as we play Shambhala. We're about at our halfway point. It's really hot. It's really nice. Come check us out. Over at that Dragons and Things Network. There you go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I love the Dotty Network. I have friends there and Harbingers, so it's great to see how small the world is when my friends play with my friends. That being said, Fee, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hi guys. Thank you so much for sticking with the chaos. That was today's episode. My name is Fee. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram under Finneman. Same goes for TikTok. Come and hang out and just be fun. And then you can just find me every Monday on here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. I don't have anything more to say. Makai does it so much better than me, so I will.
Really? I think you do better than me.
No, you always you add this pizzazz and the really sweet sentiment, and I'm just like, I don't know, find me. So I'm gonna take over PJ's job and just give it over to Makai so you guys can hear
Okay.
them talk.
Well, I guess then I have to give it to Makai now. Yeah.
Well, hi there. It's me, Makai. Your local D&D player person who plays the D&Ds. And while I would love to tell you that I do things here on the internet, I don't. But you know who does do things on the internet? You know who does do really cool things that you could be a part of? Local businesses, specifically probably one of your friends. They might be doing something with art, probably one of your old homies from high school. They might be doing something with music. And the only way to find out is to hit them books, talk to your people, reach out, see who's doing what, and be a part of it, because they could use your support a lot more than I could. And if you could be a part of it, you could be on the ground level of saying, man, that guy, I was there at his first concert. I was there at his first art release. You could have that hype. It'd all be yours for the low, low price of your support. So get to it. Go, go, go. Man, I'm tired.
Yeah, it's a long night. So we got a late start and then we got into some awesome stuff. So I want to make sure I wrote all that up. But thank you to all my players for being solid and steady with it. Last and certainly not least, Dusty, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Yeah, hi, Dusty. I use he, they pronouns. You can find me online mainly at Dusty Hill on the Twitter. That's where I post about everything. But among the laundry list, you can find me behind the Well Seasoned Stories account at Seasoned Stories. You can find me as a player in Goblets and Gays sometimes on the Mama Giri. Bring your own mech, and sometimes as well at Seasoned Stories. And I'm just really queer and really gay and love playing games. And this is just a great experience.
Yeah. Well, everyone, my name is PJ McGaw. You can find me all over the internet at pj.mcgaw, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Come find me, come from me. Let's have fun. Please do this. This is your ticket, your allowance to do that. Also, when I'm out here on Monday with these awesome people having a bunch of great game, beautiful chaos, you can find me here and all the other legends of Edge of Legend Wednesdays, 8 p.m., 11 p.m., same nat time, same nat channel on Wednesdays. We just got done with the trial of Asim Ra, and there's some crazy new prophecy talking about the end of the world and maybe the chosen one needed to die to save the world. So what the hell does that mean? We're going to find out on Wednesdays. Some other crazy stuff coming down the patch for me. Thursday at, I believe, 7 p.m. Me, Blue Collar DM, and everyone else on the show are finally getting back together for a game. We'll see. Sometimes life comes up. I think Yeet for Initiative with Wes_IRL is coming back from hiatus, and I'm going to be playing with my friend Wes, doing some D&D.
I miss Wes.
Right? Such a good... I love that, man. I played a board game night with him. I'm getting distracted. Point is, a lot of awesome stuff happening. So please follow everyone here, and we look forward to seeing you here, same nat time, here, same nat channel, for episode 4 of Wayward Arcadium. And thank you so much for the TD for rocking it and keeping us on stream. God bless you, and we'll see you next time, and we'll see everyone in the chat next time. Have a good night, everybody.
Au revoir.
Bye.
Au revoir. We're going to be rating. We're going to be rating someone called Behold Roleplay, and they are playing a Mass Effect TTRPG game, which I think is based off 5e, looking at it.
Ooh.
Yeah. So what should we have the battle cry be? Should it be... What should it be, Valentine's Day? I don't know.
Love yourself.
Love yourself! All right,
Right?
everyone. We're going to be rating, we're going to shout, love yourself. Just confuse the Mass Effect people in the middle of their game. Have a great night, everyone. Love you. And I'll see you next time.
Bang.
Bye.
Rating in 3, 2, 1.
Love yourself.